Bill Keeler is no longer on the air. He was fired yesterday over a contract.
Father O'Shaughnessy?
Yes.
Ray Falwell in Lynchburg, Virginia. How are you?
Good morning. Go to hell!
Free your mind.
Well, we had a little switch in weather this weekend, and will today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. As you better have your air conditioning ready.
Yeah.
It's going to get hot.
Bring on the heat.
Well, good morning, and it is Monday morning. It is Memorial Day week, and that is right. We are here. Before you know it, it's going to be the month of June. And normally I would say, wow, this spring is flying. But it doesn't feel that way.
No, it's been dragging a little bit.
I feel like it's been a bit of a
dragging, and it's a drag.
A bit of a drag. But we're moving our way through. So today we'll go up into the mid 80s. Tomorrow, same thing. Wednesday, up near 90 degrees.
Yeah, I love it. Bring on the heat, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
We'll be saying that right up until we don't. Be like, wow, it's just so hot. I can't stand it. This is terrible. Let's see. Over the weekend, so the Knicks are out.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The Knicks are out, and the Nuggets got beat. They're out. I was surprised by that.
That's a shocker. So now the defending champs have been taken down, so it's anybody's championship.
Well, the Nuggets had this unbelievable ability to come back from like 30 or 40 points all season long, especially at home, and that game was at home. The Nuggets just haven't been losing at home, and they did.
Yeah, and
so it's over. But they lost by 40 the other night. That was a bit of a shocker.
And I think injuries. I don't think it's pretty evident that the injuries were what did the Knicks in. So.
I don't know if you saw the story out of the guy from New Hartford, who was a part of January 6th. I never really realized how much of a part of the January 6th insurrection or walk through the park, however you want to look at it. I never realized how involved the guy from New Hartford was.
Really? Well, what's new about it?
Well, here's what's new. Back in March, he had been charged with a situation where his daughter had been hit in the face. I don't know if what led to that, an argument, a punishment, what have you. But she ended up having to have stitches. And it ended up getting turned into police. He was arrested and charged with that.
Oh, he hit her? Allegedly?
Allegedly, yes. So he just was sentenced in federal court on Thursday of last week. Additional time in federal prison.
Wow. Because
that is a violation of his probation. But I guess when you dig in a little bit, I didn't realize how significant he was. Do you remember the guy in that famous picture of the guy who's dressed like the Viking? He's got the horn.
That guy. The shaman.
It's him. There's a guy to his right. There's another guy holding a Trump flag. And then right to the left of him is a man named Eric Beauchene, who lives in New Hartford, and was arrested back in February for his part in the whole thing. But I guess February is when he was arrested on charges that he hit his minor daughter in the face. And police say the injuries resulted in in stitches. So this was the sentencing of that as a violation of the probation. But, this is the big AP photo showing the horned man who got all the attention, right?
Right, yeah.
But he's one of 4 guys in that picture.
Wow, that's crazy.
And he's from here. Remember the guy, Bill, who we had on? He was there.
Right, yeah. He's from the Syracuse area.
No, he was from here. He was from Utica. He used to. I don't want to get into everything, and because I think whatever he did, I don't know. I know he faced some sort of charges, but I don't think his was overly serious. But he had a mobile home business, if you remember.
Got it.
I don't think you were here, Andrew. Anyway, or maybe you were. Who knows? Anyway, so there were some local people there, but not bigger than our man from New Hartford, and quite interesting.
Clearly, he has issues. It's striking his daughter in the face as well. It's,
everything is alleged. As far as I'm concerned, although if he's been sentenced, it's no longer alleged. I guess I think it might say that he pleaded in that, and according to his probation, he ended up getting additional time. But you're right. I mean, what's going on here? So, but I imagine you feel like there's no justification for, whether I don't know if it was a punishment. I don't know what happened there. But you're right. There's no justification for that. Wells College had their final commencement ceremony. And you want to know what's interesting is I don't want to announce the name because, well, I don't remember the full name and I don't want to screw it up, but I will find out from my wife. The female, the young lady who did the commencement speech, the final ever Wells College commencement speech, is from New Hartford.
No kidding.
Yeah, we actually.
She was a graduating student there.
She was a graduating student, and they kind of took over. The students wanted the faculty to and the administration to step away.
Well, since they screwed everything up, I guess, and the management.
Yeah, it's like, come on. After all of this history, this is the last graduating class. And how do you feel if you're a junior? This is the place you love going to school. Well, there is no school after this year.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Or a freshman.
I had a friend in high school who went there, and her social media was, when the news came down, she was very, very distraught about it. Because you lose a part of your identity.
Yeah, imagine if, like Lemoyne had, I think they graduated some 600 students over the weekend. Imagine if that happened at Lemoyne.
Yeah,
you'd be really bothered by that. I mean, you wouldn't lose sleep, would you?
Well, no, but
yeah, but you'd be bothered. You'd be bothered.
Yeah, part of my soul would be ripped out, I feel like.
Southwest Airlines. Are they the ones that are saying they're leaving Syracuse?
Yeah.
Well, they're expanding in Rochester.
Oh, okay, good.
So they're adding direct flights. I got to tell you, this would be worth the trip. There's nothing like going to Vegas, and then you got to, they'll fly you down to Pittsburgh, and you'll sit there for 3 hours. But direct flights from Rochester to Vegas, and I believe they're starting with 3 or 4 days a week.
That's pretty good.
I think that's pretty good. That'll begin later on in the summer. I also thought this was a crazy story. Madison County Sheriff's deputies on Friday and through the weekend asking for the public's help in locating a man wanted by Broome County authorities. Michael DeBottis, and you've seen his picture. I believe we have it up on our site as well. A 37-year-old has an arrest warrant issued for domestic-related offenses. Deputies say in a news release they warned people not to approach him, but to call 911. He is from the Georgetown area, and I don't know if you know that's a little bit south of like Sherburne, Norwich, just a little bit south of there is where you'll see it. That story, I believe, is up on our website as well. And Hamilton College had their commencement ceremonies over the weekend as well. Former Senator Doug Jones addressed Hamilton graduates at the commencement, which happened, it would have been on Sunday, so yesterday.
A lot of commencements.
A lot of college graduations that are going on right now. And how about this one? I thought if I can give you one more, at Hamilton College, the valedictorians were co-valedictorians, and they look. This is really weird.
They look like sisters.
Well, they're identical twins.
Oh, are they?
They look more than like sisters. I mean, if you really look at that picture, Andrew, they're identical.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, the hair is the same. Everything is the same. But it's even better than that. It's Chloe and Olivia Chioda, named co-valedictorians for the class of 2024. They're both biology majors. How does this happen? Both varsity lacrosse players. Well, they live together. That's probably right.
Yeah.
They grew up together. Both lacrosse players. They earned identical grade point averages.
They're copying off each other's homework.
This is the second time in the school's history that there have been co-valedictorians. I think that's pretty wild. To end up with the same grade point average.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they say about identical twins. They have, like, this weird...
There's a bond. There's an incredible bond, yeah. Beach Boys tickets. We're going to, the Beach Boys come. It's this weekend is the show, Dave. No, it's next weekend. It's the 31st, and that'll be at the Stanley Theater. The Beach Boys coming to town, but this week is the week every day we'll give somebody a chance to win a pair of Beach Boys tickets. Davey, you are really looking forward to this show. Last time the Beach Boys came to the Turning Stone, Davey was back there with Mike Love getting pictures taken and
wow.
Oh yeah, he was meeting everybody.
He was whining and dining.
They even came to get him from his seat and they took him back.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah,
it was kind of messed up. The one time it was supposed to start at another time, and then
but it all worked out. Yeah.
Hope to do it again.
Okay, there are people that are against the hotel coming downtown New Hartford. And we on the air have said, I don't understand why. There are residents who have good reason. Mary McEnroe is one of them. Mary will come on this morning and give her case as to why she feels the hotel as it is being drafted should not happen in New Hartford.
Yeah, and I do think, though, from people I've talked to, it's kind of split evenly. There are a lot of people for it and just as many people against it. So,
yeah, I think you're right.
One side will prevail and one side will be incredibly unhappy. But
there's another meeting tonight about it.
There is another meeting tonight. Well, there is another public hearing, but we'll speak with Mary coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. Obica's Free Money Question of the Day is today. In a few minutes, we'll talk to Tanya Powers. Cohen, his testimony continues this week. We have a very special, we're going to talk about the national anthem contest for the Boilermaker post-race party. We'll be doing that coming up after Memorial Day. And if you're someone who thinks you're really good at singing the national anthem, maybe you want to compete and give it a try. We'll be doing it over at Babes. Details to come on that. But last year's winner has a great story and has actually created some new music.
Oh, nice.
And she will be in studio this morning performing. Pretty excited about that. Herkimer, that stabbing incident that happened. So this all came down Friday morning pretty much while we were on the air.
Yeah, there was an individual that was found with severe stab wounds and was transported to a local hospital, and I believe he's still in critical condition. But we wanted to get an update from Chief Michael Jory to see just exactly how serious this has been.
So there was a there was a report of an automobile accident, and then all of a sudden people were calling into the police station saying two men exited the vehicle and were running with a shotgun. And ultimately, police ended up capturing both of them. And ultimately, they found the shotgun. We'll get an update from Chief Jory later on this morning. But here's something that's quite interesting, Andrew. They're both young.
Yeah.
17. One's name isn't even being released. 17-year-old. A 17-year-old and an 18-year-old One is from, I believe, Canastota. And then this is an amazing story. Did you read any of this story?
Which one?
The kid from Little Falls.
Oh, the one you sent me. Yes, I did. Yes.
Am I correct in saying he is number one in the world right now?
I'm not sure about his ranking, but he's won a ton of money. He's right up there.
He's won over like $6 million.
Yeah, I think 9.
Won over $9 million. His name is Jesse Lonis. He graduated with my son, who so it makes him about 30 years old. He is, I believe, the number. We got to do double check on this, and maybe I'm overstating, but he is the number one ranked poker player in the world right now.
It's unbelievable.
It is just incredible.
Like you said, he's your son's age. He's very
graduated
young.
from Little Falls. He's. I almost find that a lot of times these poker players have a lot of experience in bluffing. But this kid's 29, 30 years old, and
that's pretty incredible.
Already he has earned over $9 million.
Yeah, he's got
playing poker.
Wife and child, at least one child, lives in Las Vegas appropriately, and that's the gig. That's the job.
And he's either going to bed late or getting up early.
He said he'll set an alarm
to speak with us this morning. I'm really excited about it. Jesse Lonis is from Little Falls, and he's a world famous poker player, and he's making some dough. We'll have him on. Both Andrew and I are going to ask for him to invest. We both have different business opportunities. We're going to ask for him to invest.
I just want to give him a certain amount of money and hope that he can turn it around for me.
If I sent you this amount of money, you turn it around and turn it into something. I like it. Anyway, that is what's going on here this morning. Coming up, we'll talk to Tanya Powers from Fox News Radio and the latest testimony expected in the Trump trial this week. It is wrapping up, believe it or not. Cohen is expected to continue and wrap up his testimony coming up this week. We'll speak with Tanya Powers on all of that after the weekend. Quick break. We'll come right back. And a day where we're going to see, for the most part, plenty of sunshine and highs going up to 85 degrees. We have made an interesting turn. Now, if you look forward into Memorial Day, it's not going to be hot and stuffy, but you're going to be looking at low to mid 70s.
You're going to be comfortable.
And for the most part, a little bit of rain as of right now, and it's still early, but right now we're calling for a pretty decent weekend. So we'll see where all of that goes. But currently, we have some hot days. The next 3 or 4 days are going to be quite warm coming up. It's 6:37 at WIBX.
Hi, this is Rob Hilton of Hilton Estate and Elder Law with important information that you should know regarding your estate planning. Specifically, you should have prepared what is known as the Big Three. Basic estate planning is comprised of the 3 main documents that you need. First is the will, next is the healthcare proxy, and last is the power of attorney. What most people don't know is how important of the 3 the power of attorney really is, because New York State has no simple method for you to act on another's behalf if they become incapacitated. I am often asked, what is probate and why is it needed? Probate is the act of administering the will through the New York State court system. It requires a filing fee and other actions to be taken as well as a petition to be filed. It is time-consuming and can be expensive. It can be avoided by using a living trust. To find out more about strategies to protect your loved ones through proper estate planning, contact us at Hilton Estate and Elder Law. Call for more information and to schedule an in-person meeting to answer your questions.
Hilton, you know the name. They know the law. Hilton Estate and Elder Law.
You know the old saying, look with your eyes, not with your hands. Well, that does not apply at New York Sash.
Scott and Jill here again, inviting you to visit our Idea and Design Center showroom at 349 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro. It's a great chance for you to not just see, but also touch and feel all of our windows and doors, siding, and bath products.
Most companies are going to force you to make a major, important remodeling decision by looking at itty-bitty, teeny-weeny photos on a website or in a catalog.
But this is your home, for crying out loud. It's important to get it right. So come in and take a look with your eyes and with your hands.
Heck, you can even smell it if you want.
Drop by our showroom from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. or Saturdays from 9 to 1 at 349 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro.
Call New York Sash now and get 15% off windows, doors, or bathrooms, or online at NewYorkSash.com. That's NewYorkSash.com.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
The more you buy, the more you save at My Carl's. Save up to an extra 20% off bedroom sets, dining, sofas, sectionals, mattresses, and more. Only at My Carl's, New Hartford Shopping Center.
This is Keeler in the Morning. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
All right, Tony J. Powers standing by on the line. By the way, Mike, this morning on the Hamilton College commencement, those valedictorians look like the Doublemint twins. You remember that from the old commercials? My God, they are identical twins. I guess you don't need identical twice when you do that. Pretty good, and they're biology majors. Smart kids. Okay, let me go to Tanya G. Powers, who's on the line right now in New York. Tanya, good morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
So the latest on the Trump trial this week, we're going to get more of Cohen, and so far, the defense really feels like they've made up some ground in their cross-examination of Michael Cohen.
Well, they have questioned him for hours already about his criminal history, his past lives. This is something that has been kind of a theme throughout the run-up to the trial, as well as in the trial. The prosecution, has talked about this as well. He is expected to be the last prosecution witness. It's not yet clear whether the defense attorneys are going to call any witnesses or if Trump is going to, testify himself.
Boy, wouldn't that be something?
It really would, and I think if that happens, the amount of people trying to get in, the amount of journalists trying to get into the overflow room would be just enormous.
And you almost get the feeling too that it would absolutely be Trump saying, "I don't care what you say, I'm going to testify," because most of the legal experts that I've seen have said that his attorneys would not want him to. That could only go down a bad road if he were to testify.
It does make you wonder, if he does testify, will he be able to not just kind of, say whatever is the first thing into his head, because that is normally what happens. Yeah. And, it seems like that they would want to be, kind of careful about exactly what is said as far as questions that are answered. Mm-hmm. And you just never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it would be, people would be waiting to try to, he could possibly say something that could lead him down some sort of road.
Open up a whole new road.
Which he doesn't want. And, honestly, I think his defense has done pretty decent, as far as some of the way the case has gone so far. You may not want to chance it.
What is very interesting, we recently had a case here. I don't know if you've seen any of these online on YouTube, Tanya, where they have a video channel on YouTube, a YouTube channel, and they go out and they try to lure in pedophiles. They claim to be maybe an adult female. Then all of a sudden they reveal that they're only 13. Then a rendezvous is set up. Then they come with their cameras, and it's kind of like when they to catch a predator.
Yeah.
And they're doing it all on YouTube. Well, it's been happening a lot around here. The channel made it to this area. And I remember the DA coming in and saying, listen, I understand. The problem is the YouTuber has a criminal record and will get eaten alive in court. And it just shows you the credibility, the importance of the credibility of a witness, because you can have all of the testimony you want. And if your witness has baggage, that is going to be exposed by the defense. And it destroys credibility.
Yeah, it may. We just don't know what the jury, is gonna think of at this point. There's no way to really tell.
Right, that's a good point. I mean, we don't know. I don't know about you, Tanya, but I know what every pundit, every talking head thinks. But as for what does that jury really think, how will they react to all of this, is to be seen. It's going to be very interesting. Mm-hmm. But I just can't imagine all of the hoopla in New York City. This is going on. It's just having a former president, with a lot of draw in the city, traveling to the courtroom every single day. It's got to be locking up traffic like crazy.
I would imagine so. They've kind of got it down to a science at this point because they know exactly, it's kind of like clockwork. He leaves, all the, traffic is stopped down, he, goes. By contrast, Michael Cohen leaves way earlier to go to the courthouse than he does because we have people outside his apartment to, they take note of, all right, he left at so-and-so time. Yeah, he always leaves way earlier because, he's probably not got everybody stopping traffic for him.
Right. It's a little more difficult for him to get from point A to point B. Okay, interesting. All right, as always, Tanya, we appreciate it. Have a wonderful week.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Tanya. J. Powers from Fox News.
I'd imagine Tanya stays far away from all that business.
Well, I think she had said that she walks and takes a train or whatever, however she gets into to work. So she doesn't have to. I mean, really, people don't drive to work.
No,
in New York.
No,
and now, do you know that whole thing where if you come down below whatever street it is, 50th Street or whichever street, there's now a surcharge, an automatic $20 surcharge
if you drive down.
If you have they don't want people coming from here to there with their vehicles. So it's going to be like crossing a bridge, or it is like crossing a bridge. Say your hotel is on 34th. I think you're going to pay the fee because you would cross over.
Drive to Poughkeepsie, take the Metro North, save yourself the headache.
I disagree. I say you drive to Rensselaer and you take the Amtrak.
Yeah, you could, but if you're only doing a weekend trip, Poughkeepsie doesn't charge you for parking over the weekend. So,
okay, all right, okay. Well, let me tell you,
we'll both agree on taking a train.
Amtrak doesn't charge you for parking if you're there for less than an hour.
Oh, that's true.
Just so you know. Did you see? By the way, Mike this morning is on fire. Yes, it's good to eat to get a direct flight to Vegas so you can get there to lose your money faster. And boy, is that not the truth. Video of Diddy.
Oh, I saw this. I saw this over the weekend.
This is awful. Assaulting his girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in 2016 in a hotel has surfaced, and it is tough to watch. P. Diddy settled with her earlier this year after she sued him but denied her claims. He's now apologizing. He claims that he's in therapy.
He did an Instagram video over the weekend that was apologetic.
What I didn't understand is he did a video, and in the video he says, "I'm disgusted."
Yeah.
So, well, that's how we feel.
Yeah.
When we look at that video, we're disgusted. So you're disgusted over what you did, which you denied for a long time that it ever even happened. And by the way, they say that he went to that hotel, the owners of the hotel, and paid them like $50,000
for that to not be released.
For that, and somehow it has leaked out.
Well,
and the current owners of the hotel did not own it at the time, so they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, here is P. Diddy apologizing for beating up his girlfriend.
But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
Well, this is also in the midst of some very major things that he's being faced with.
Yeah,
like sex trafficking and
his whole place was raided by
two of his places.
The FBI.
He's like a new Jeffrey Epstein, allegedly.
Yeah. Something bad is going on there. And then, what people ought to really come out and say is just be honest. I am disgusted, first, that this video got out because I thought I'd paid to get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm disgusted that I got caught.
And now that you've seen what I've done, I am ashamed. I am disgusted in my behavior that you weren't supposed to see because I paid a lot of money to prevent you from seeing it. In fact,
I'm disgusted with the piece of garbage who leaked it.
I'm really disgusted by that person. Actually, worse than the crime itself, I think, is the person who leaked this to the media. So, I mean, is an apology, is it valuable when you give it after you've been caught versus fessing up to it when it first happened?
Yeah, I mean,
instead of denying it all this time.
Right, and I don't want to be. I think I don't want to be defending him.
I understand that.
I think he has to come out and say something.
Oh, he certainly does. But at the denying that it ever happened when he was being accused the first time because he had gotten rid of the tape. To me, that dilutes the apology this time.
100%.
That's my thoughts. How about the Marjorie Taylor Greene and the other woman?
Ocasio-Cortez.
There was another woman before her.
Oh, I didn't know.
The fight was actually between a...
But then AOC got involved, I think.
She came in afterwards. Afterwards, if you've seen the video. But the woman who said is Representative Jasmine Crockett of Texas. She's the one... I love the style of humor. So you have Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, "Listen, I think you're not hearing straight because those eyelashes, or you're not seeing straight because those fake eyelashes are getting in the way and you can't see."
Oh, and then she just went.
So then
through the roof.
It kind of moved on a little bit, and then They decided to strike the comment from the record.
Yeah, and then AOC came in and interceded.
She came in, but then this Representative Jasmine Crockett came back and said, so I just want to clarify this so I know what's inappropriate and what's not. If someone were to call someone a bleach blonde, bad-built, butch body person, would that be wrong? Would that be inappropriate? And that's where all of this whole thing has exploded.
If there's one thing we've realized over the last 3 years is Congress is just absolute trash, in my opinion.
It's crazy. Anyway, here's a little audio on this one.
Now, a reading of...
I don't want to play this. Because somebody sent me a bit, and it's I haven't heard it yet, so I don't want to play it. Anyway, the fact is, it is embarrassing, right?
Yeah. 100%.
All of this is embarrassing. Beach blonde, bad-built, butch body, however, has taken a life of its own. There are songs out there now. There are people doing raps to it. It has. There are T-shirts being sold.
Can you say butch body anymore? I don't know if that's appropriate. I don't know if that's
just did.
politically correct.
You just did. You might have broken the rules.
Oh, my gosh.
Apparently, that's okay right now. What happens when a guy is selling overpriced ice cream out of a van? Here's a little British girl that was not pleased. Here we go.
Girls, what's just happened?
So, there's an ice cream van there selling just 2 ice creams with 2 chewing gums in it.
Yeah.
For bloody £9 for 2 of them.
£9 for 2?
Yeah, £9. That is going to get nowhere. One that comes on my street is either £1 a pee or £2. Like, he's going to get nowhere with that.
No, he ain't, is it?
No, he ain't.
That's well bad, isn't it?
Yeah, you should know. And he only does bloody card. Stood there with my cash. Bloody hell.
That's well bad, isn't it?
Bloody well bad. Yeah, I bet he can hear me.
I don't understand half of what this kid's saying, but I gotta tell you, I want her fighting for me to get a better price on whatever I buy.
All I know is the one thing I did hear is that they got the ice cream with the bubblegum eyeballs for bloody $9.
It's
or £9.
It's the SpongeBob.
Yeah, right.
Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, yeah.
The gumball eyeballs, which will break your teeth for bloody nine pounds or £9 is around $11.40 currently. Oof. U.S. dollars. That's a lot of money for two.
Inflation hitting London.
Although I could see him selling them for $4.50, right?
Oh yeah,
I kind of could see him doing that. Candidate for West Virginia Secretary of State is let me just tell you, my wife is. I even felt bad about this, but it is what it is. I found a snake in her herb garden.
Oh, boy.
She's not up yet, so I can talk about this. And I'm like, tried to get it out of there, and the thing took off.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, I go back, and there's a snake.
Yeah, because it's not just going to go away willingly.
It's not.
No.
Well, it wasn't willingly. I chased it. So finally, okay, now I got to get the shovel. So now I'm chasing this snake.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good. It got away, and unfortunately, it didn't end well for the snake. But if my wife comes out and sees that, she will never go back in the backyard.
Yeah.
We were in the pool once, and out from underneath the patio came a snake. And it came right up to the edge of the pool. I'm going to tell you, I've never seen someone walk in the deep end like she ran. It was unbelievable. She was off her float so quickly. I'm like, it's amazing. She is moving quickly from the floor. No, I'm talking about my wife.
No, I know, but she's not safe.
Yeah.
Snakes can swim.
Snakes are better swimmers than we are. So the snake, and by the way, it was just a garter snake. I feel
Doesn't
really
matter.
bad. Probably good for your backyard. It'll eat the mice and that sort of thing. But I can't have it.
Which are also horrifying to some people.
Can't have it. A candidate for West Virginia Secretary of State is in the hospital after 2 copperhead snakes bit him while he was trying to take his... Isn't it funny?
Oh, my God.
Isn't it funny, though, how this snake shows up? Right after I was telling the story last week of the woman who had 2 garter snakes and 1 milk snake in her house.
Oh, yeah. Yick.
A candidate for West Virginia Secretary of State is in the hospital after 2 copperhead snakes, poisonous, bit him while he was trying to take his election signs down. Here's Doug Scaff talking about what happened. Here's audio.
I take 5 feet up into the hillside and grab one side of my sign, and then boom, I just felt like I stepped on a barbed wire, and it penetrated through my shoe. I looked down, and there was a hole in my shoe. I didn't think anything of it. Then I went and grabbed the other side, kind of shook it off, like I must have stepped on something. And I went to the next side. I pulled the sign down. It hit me again. another something sharp. I looked down. It was a copperhead snake, had just bit me, and then a second one popped up and bit me a second time within 5 seconds.
Oh, wow. My God.
Well, listen, you think about the number of times I did a ton of weeding over the weekend. And you're reaching in, you're grabbing those weeds, you just don't know. And luckily around here, though, we don't have the bad stuff, the poisonous. News is next.
We're the power and power equipment, White's Farm Supply.
At Kubota, we want to help you deliver a job done right. That's why we want you to know that new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. We have the reliable, durable, and versatile lineup to help you do it. Visit us at whitesfarmsupply.com.
We're the power and power equipment, White's Farm Supply.
Utica's first cannabis dispensary is local, licensed, and now open to all. Exit 31 Exotic is your home for edibles, flower, vapes, and all your cannabis needs. Visit Exit 31 Exotic at 255 Genesee Street or online at uticacannabisco.com.
For use only by adults 21 years of age or older. Keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of accidental ingestion or overconsumption, contact the National Poison Control Center hotline 1-800-222-1222 or call 911. Please consume responsibly. License number OCMCAURD 2400076.
Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, messy poops, and low energy?
It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day.
Cody was sleeping a lot, wasn't playing.
She was very lethargic and not moving around.
Dry kibble just wasn't cutting it. That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding.
She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago.
Miraculously, she's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Marty.
Get your dog started today and save up to 54% off Nature's Blend. Plus, receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. W295EI. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
Iran's first vice president takes over. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. After a helicopter crash in a foggy mountainous area of Iran killed President Ibrahim Raisi and Iran's foreign minister and others.
In Iran, the presidency is second in command. The ultimate power lies with the Islamic Republic's Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, but many expected President Ibrahim Raisi to succeed the supreme leader. In recent years, hardliners like Raisi have strengthened their grip on Iran, clamping down on dissent at home and funding groups like Hamas to unsettle the region.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Taiwan also has a new president, and in his inauguration speech, William Lai urged China to stop threatening them with military intimidation and accept Taiwan's independence and democracy. Former President Trump's trial resumes this morning in New York. Fox's Eric Shawn outside the courts.
This could be the last day that Michael Cohen testifies. Likely could go to the jury at the end of the week. Well, the defense today may call the only witness if President Trump doesn't testify, and that is election law expert Brad Smith. He's a former head of the Federal Election Commission. He is expected to testify that the payments to Stormy Daniels do not count as campaign contributions, as prosecutors claim, but as personal expenses.
The former president is charged with falsifying records, reimbursing Cohen for paying to keep Daniels quiet about an alleged affair before the 2016 election. Now, the former president denies that, calling the case a sham by Democrats to derail his 2024 campaign. President Biden took a swipe at his rival at an NAACP event in Detroit.
Said I'll be a dictator on day one.
That's after the president gave the commencement speech at Morehouse College in Atlanta after all the pro-Palestinian protests on college campuses.
I support peaceful nonviolent protest. Your voices should be heard, and I promise you I hear them.
In Baltimore, it was just high tide a short time ago, so they're refloating that cargo ship that smashed into a bridge, collapsing it nearly 2 months ago. They plan to move the ship to port for repair. America's listening to Fox News.
Well, the weather's warming up and summer's just around the corner. Everyone has a favorite outdoor activity: golf, bike riding, bird watching, long walks. Ask 100 people, you'll get 100 answers. But if everyday aches and pains are keeping you on the sidelines, I have one answer: Relief Factor. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free daily supplement that helps your body fight pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor uses a unique formula of natural ingredients. It doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. Wherever you're hurting, back, neck, joints, or muscles, in 3 weeks or less, you'll start to feel the difference all day, every day. So whatever you like to do, swimming, pickleball, hanging out in the garden, Relief Factor can help you feel good again and let you enjoy all your favorite outdoor activities all summer long. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF and save on your first order. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Fight pain naturally with Relief Factor.
We mentioned President Biden and former President Trump. They agreed last week to 2 debates, one in June, the other in September. They did not invite independent Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to join them on the debate stage.
Kennedy Jr. on Fox's Sunday Morning Futures says he's in talks to be part of the June debate because he's the only one that meets all criteria. Kennedy says he can be on enough state ballots to get 270 electoral votes, but the president and former president technically can't.
Because they don't have any electoral votes at this time. They are presumptive nominees for their party.
Kennedy adds he meets polling requirements as well. CNN will broadcast the June debate. Kennedy claims
they made a public offer. We consider that a contract.
Debate rules did not exclude third-party candidates, but
No, I deserve more than this annual coffee.
Scott, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures up modestly before this week's trading after Friday's gain for the Dow, closing over 40,000 for the first time. In the NBA playoffs, historic Game 7s.
That's it. The Timberwolves have knocked out the defending champion Denver Nuggets.
Minnesota beat Denver on TNT with the biggest comeback in a Game 7 ever. The Timberwolves rallied from down 20 to win 98-90, advancing to the Western Conference Finals. Indiana moved on to the finals in the East. The Pacers routed the Knicks in New York 130 to 109. They set an NBA playoff record with a 67% shooting percentage. Xander Schauffele also made history, winning golf's PGA Championship.
The 30-year-old Schauffele set a record for lowest 72-hole score at a major. He finished 21 under 263 for the 4 rounds. Schauffele sank a 6-foot birdie putt on the final hole to avoid a playoff and win by just 1 shot. Bryson DeChambeau was runner-up after he also birdied the 18th.
Fox's Bob Mortelli. Joey Logano won the NASCAR All-Star race. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time, 7:05. I'm Andrew Dermenio. Right now, it's 60 degrees under sunny skies. Going to warm up into the mid-80s today. We've got your full weather forecast in minutes. This update brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture. An investigation is still underway after a woman's body was found in DeWitt. Officers were called to a home on Kirkville Road yesterday to assist a man who had possibly overdosed. A few hours later, the body of 61-year-old Dorothy Brownell was spotted along Butternut Creek, which runs behind the residence. Brownell had been with the man. However, the nature of their relationship is not being made public. The man was taken to a hospital, but no details have been released about his condition. Congressman Brandon Williams will be holding his next public town hall meeting tonight. It'll take place at the Morrisville-Eaton Middle High School in the Madison County community. The Republican Williams, who represents the 22nd District, started holding town halls again last month after taking nearly a year off from them. The 22nd District covers all of Madison and Onondaga counties and parts of Oneida, Cortland, and Cayuga counties. Memorial Day weekend is coming up, and Central New York drivers will be seeing a little bit of savings when it comes time to fill up their vehicle. According to AAA, the average cost for a gallon of regular fuel is now $3.67, down 2 cents in the last week, but is 9 cents lower than this time a month ago. Right now, the state average is $3.70 a gallon, while nationally it's $3.59. And a live stream portal linking New York and Dublin is back open after being shut down last week. The visual art exhibit called The Portal features a pair of installations that each have a giant screen and a video camera, one next to the Flatiron Building in New York and the other in Ireland's capital city. It shut down last week following what the Dublin City Council called, quote, inappropriate behavior by a small minority of people, end quote. WIBX 950 News Time. 7:07. Your weather forecast is brought to you by the new Destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. We'll see partly sunny skies today. Highs will be in the mid-80s. Chance of cloudy skies overnight with a low in the low 60s, then a chance of rain and thunderstorms tomorrow, but other than that, mostly sunny with a high in the upper 80s. You gotta love that. Right now, we're at 60 degrees under sunny skies. WIBX 950 News Time, 7:08. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors. Well, the Pacers advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals after blowing out the New York Knicks 130 to 109 in Game 7 at Madison Square Garden. Tyrese Halliburton led the Pacers in scoring with 26 points. He also dished out 6 assists. On the Knicks side of things, Dante DiVincenzo led all scorers with 39 points for the Knicks, but Jalen Brunson came up short of 20, only scoring 17. He was 1 assist shy of recording a double-double, but it was not enough Final score again, 130-109. A veteran forward is hoping to make his return to the Rangers lineup. Blake Wheeler said Sunday that he is an option and available for the Eastern Conference Finals against the Florida Panthers. Wheeler has been out since suffering a serious leg injury back on February 15th. The 37-year-old was placed on injured reserve and ruled out for the regular season, but has been participating in practice over the past few weeks. New York will host Florida in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals Wednesday night at Madison Square Garden. The Yankees cruised past the White Sox 7-2 to sweep the three-game series in the Bronx over the weekend. Carlos Rodon was credited with the win after striking out 6 batters and allowing 2 runs over 6 innings pitched. John Birdie slugged his first home run of the season after going deep with a 3-run shot at a critical moment. Aaron Judge hit a 2-run homer for his 13th long ball of the season. One of the stats, Smitty, one of the additional stats yesterday that I saw, Yankees have the only trio of batters with over 10 home runs this season so far. So offensively performing very well.
And a lot of base stealing on the White Sox 2 dual catchers. They're the worst in the American League and throwing out teams.
Yes. Well, we can't be too happy about the sweep because the White Sox do have the worst record in the American League, but we'll take it.
Yeah, so 4 games against Seattle, and then they hit the West Coast.
That's correct. New York leads the AL East at 33-15. That 4-game series is set to begin tonight at Yankee Stadium. The Mets salvaged their series finale against the Marlins after collecting a 7-3 win in Miami. They are working their way back to 500, Bill, which is the key pre-All-Star break. They are 3rd in the NL East now, and they'll visit Cleveland for a 3-game set that begins tonight at Progressive Field.
Well, listen, when you keep going into the 9th inning up by 4 runs and losing, that's a problem.
Frustrating.
So, they are still finding their own. However, I would rather be hot later than now. The problem is history shows us that the Mets may just keep falling. We'll see what happens.
Did you guys happen to watch the PGA Championship at all over the weekend?
I didn't see any. How did Scheffler end up doing?
Well, he was in contention on Friday.
He was a bit distracted.
Saturday, the wheels fell off on him.
Okay, all right.
Xander Schauffele ended up leading wire to wire.
Okay, and then of course the Preakness over the weekend. What was it? 1, 2, and 3. So, do you remember?
Mystic Dan finished in second.
And then Baffert's horse was third.
So I had.
What would it pay if you had 1, 2, and 3? Does that pay really well?
I don't know.
You don't know anything about it either. Neither one of us do.
I just did what Scott told me to do, and he helped me. I ended up having the 2nd and 3rd place horse.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, I do have the audio of the whole bleach blonde thing. Congresswoman, women began verbally attacking each other. AOC really played a small part in this, although she's getting a headline. She basically, after this whole thing was over, said it was inappropriate for Marjorie Taylor Greene to attack the looks of another congressperson.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, that congressperson came out about 10 minutes later and did her own little clever attack. Nonetheless, here's the audio of what went down that's turned into memes and songs and T-shirts and everything. It's coming here.
What you're here for. Well, you the one talking about. I think your fake eyelashes are messing up. No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on. We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys.
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about it.
Voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look, calm down.
Look, I don't know if you've noticed it. I have 2 hearing aids. I'm very deaf. I'm not understanding. Everybody's yelling. I'm doing the best I can.
I believe there's a new show coming out on Bravo called The Real Congresswoman of Washington, D.C.
Yes. Or Kindergarten Congress, because that's what it seems to be.
This is, and by the way, both of them, Jasmine Crockett and Marjorie Taylor Greene, are both on the Oversight and Accountability Committee. I think we're in good shape in Congress. Wow. Okay, got a break. Coming up, the situation in New Hartford where a new Best Western is being proposed. Why are residents against it? One of those residents is ready to speak out. We'll do that coming up next to WIBX.
Memorial Day deals are here at Mattress Express. Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic sets and then get up to a $300 prepaid Visa card from Mattress Express. Then take up to 60 months to pay with no money down for qualified buyers on Tempur-Pedic at Mattress Express.
Why do we say we bring the fun to your backyard? Because at Tucker Backyard Pools and Spas, that's exactly what we aim to do. And a fiberglass pool can bring years and years of backyard fun. A fiberglass pool from Tucker Backyard is more affordable now than ever. Plus, with durability, low maintenance, and of course, beauty, it's the perfect fit for your backyard. Come visit our unique indoor showroom, including 3 fully functional pools, giving you a full hands-on experience. Or try our new interactive showroom and design the pool or spa of your dreams. Interact, design, review, and save. With Tucker Backyard service and knowledge, now is the time to stop by and learn more about putting the pool of your dreams in your backyard. Tucker Backyard Pools and Spas, 8086 Seneca Turnpike, 1 mile west of Big Apple Plaza. Online at tuckerbackyard.com. Visit Tucker Backyard Pools and Spas, Seneca Turnpike. We bring the fun to your backyard.
Have you or anyone you know ever lived or worked at Camp Lejeune before 1987? Camp Lejeune's water systems were contaminated by chloride from fuel leaks on the property. If you had any contact with water while at Camp Lejeune and have been diagnosed with any type of cancer or Parkinson's disease, you could be entitled to compensation. Call us today. Do not delay.
800-447-3030. 800-447-3030.
Paid for by Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hello, Utica. This is Carrie Paleo, Executive Director of the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. I'm really excited to introduce more fantastic new businesses that have recently become a part of our thriving community. Be sure to support our new businesses and our local economy.
Like Elevate Networks, 55 Oriskany Boulevard, Utica Auction House, 1700 Oriskany Boulevard, and Homestead Funded Corporation, 1707 Oriskany Boulevard.
Please join the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce in welcoming these new businesses. Here we grow again.
Utica's first cannabis dispensary is local, licensed, and now open to all. Exit 31 Exotic is your home for edibles, flower, vapes, and all your cannabis needs. Visit Exit 31 Exotic at 255 Genesee Street or online at uticacannabisco.com.
For use only by adults 21 years of age or older. Keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of accidental ingestion or overconsumption, contact the National Poison Control Center hotline 1-800-222-1222 or call 911. Please consume responsibly. License number OCMCAURD 2400076.
Hey, let me tell you about Herkimer County. It is happening in Herkimer County. Explore the Herkimer Diamond Mines. Savor the taste of amazing Herkimer cheese, located right there in Ilion. Or take a boat tour along the historic Erie Canal. If you have a business or an event to promote, reach out to Herkimer County Development's Facebook page, and they'll help you promote. Food truck season is here. Downtown Herkimer Chowdown is now underway. Every week. This weekend, the Alien Food Truck Frenzy gets underway. Old Forge, theirs gets underway. And then it just continues. Frankfurt has one. Little Falls, theirs is underway. And Richfield Springs has theirs in the Spring Park. It's every Saturday, 9 a.m. till 1 o'clock. These are all events that are now underway in Herkimer County. You know the world's largest yard sale is just around the corner. It is happening. Do anybody know the date? Saturday, June 8th, 8 a.m. until at the Herkimer County Fairgrounds. There's so much going on, and then this is the official kickoff of summer this weekend, or I guess we'd call it the unofficial kickoff, Memorial Day weekend. So you know Old Forge will be hopping this weekend as part of Memorial Day weekend. It looks like we'll have some pretty decent weather. It is happening in Herkimer County. It's where history and commerce and beauty collide in Herkimer County.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, it's Monday morning, and for some, a short week. You know, because you have Memorial Day weekend kicking off. Some people will work on Friday, others won't. What will we do? In New Hartford, there's another public hearing going on tonight in regards to that proposed hotel. It's a proposed Best Western, which would go behind which convenience store is
Burn
that?
Dairy.
The Burn Dairy.
Yes.
It would go behind there, and I assume would take out the whole concrete plant.
The
whole thing
old
would go.
Madden concrete facility.
And if you were to be looking at the Burn Dairy, you'd see the hotel rise from behind the Burn Dairy is what you would really see. But we're told it's windows on the side of that hotel that face right into windows along a tree line where there's probably 6 or 7 houses.
Correct.
Does that make any sense? Here's Mary McEnroe on the line right now. She's one of those who is against it and just wants people to understand and the importance of coming out to the public hearing tonight. Mary, good morning.
Good morning, Bill.
So, you know, I know you've heard because I've heard from you after I've said things like, what's the big deal? I don't understand why people are against this. And you say there are some valid reasons.
One of the things is the location. On the entrance and exit will be on Camping Road. Try to get out on Camping Road at 5 o'clock.
I will tell you, coming out of that Burn Dairy,
or like Cavallo's, like that parking lot,
and that's another. At least by the time they get to Cavallo's, they're slowing down, and then if there's a long line, you can't.
But what's tough is that you can't get
out.
You can't see past the other building where Cafe Canola is.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's harder to see what's going on traffic-wise.
But do you really think the hotel would add that much more car traffic?
It's hard to say because DOT has not done a traffic study yet.
Okay.
But it's already a congested road. You're adding more congestion. And there will be some buses that will be there, and I know it's not every day.
Yeah. And then what about the windows? There's a window situation?
Well, the front of the hotel will face the back of Burn Dairy. The back of the hotel will be perpendicular to neighborhoods.
Okay.
You know, the neighborhood back there. And it's a very nice neighborhood. I've walked through there. And people will be looking into other people's backyards.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, and that is a thing. I mean, I do understand that. So you buy a place and you're like, you know, and the best thing is we have privacy in the backyard.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden a hotel pops up that's 8 stories or something, and they are looking right down on you and your sunbathing or whatever you're doing in your backyard. Okay. So I understand that.
Mary, I guess one of my questions is there an ideal project, or is there some solution that you see that the hotel maybe could adjust its design a little bit, or is there some other vision you have for that Madden concrete site?
I don't have a vision for that site. There's other needs in the community. New Hartford lost its senior center, and there's a need, you know, the senior population is growing. There's a need for a senior center in New Hartford. They don't want to drive to Utica. The hotel they're proposing is 45 feet for the hotel, then 2 to 3 feet for decorative. The cap in the village is 45 feet. That's still going 2 to 3 feet higher than zoning laws.
Okay.
So they'd have to get a variance if the board approves it.
Right. And they're proposing at 45 feet, and they're saying, well, it meets zoning, but they're adding 2 to 3 feet. That, to me, is 2 to 3 feet over zoning laws.
Yeah. Where does the board stand right now as far as your gauge of things from the first public meeting going into the second one tonight? What is their feeling? Are they leaning towards approving this?
They're still saying that they're in the investigation stage, that nothing is firm yet.
So they're doing the due diligence.
So, but I do kind of feel like those who I have talked to are people close to, I haven't spoken to any specific board members, but people close to the board feel that they are for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so do you feel like you may be fighting a losing battle?
It's hard to know because I haven't talked to everybody.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put words in people's mouths.
I wanted to ask you, too, do you know anything about over in, because, Mary, I know you keep up on things, over in Washington Mills, and you actually asked the town supervisor about this.
I did.
So this is along Oneida Street. There used to be like a kids park. They would
had baseball and
soccer fields, that sort of thing. And that's all been taken out of there. And it looks like there's development over there. We were hearing that maybe a solar field. And what happened when you have a direct quote there? You're trying to look up?
Let me pull it up here.
Have you seen any of this, Mary?
I've not seen anything about that. I've heard about the one on Route 12, proposed by Clinton.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That would be different than this one. Either way, basically what he said.
I got it here. Okay. I said, hello, sir. Are they putting solar panels where the fields in Washington Mills were? And his quote was, not at this time.
Okay.
That's all I got.
All right. He's a man of few words.
Especially with me.
With Andrew, for some reason. I don't know.
But Mary has been also helping us because she helped us do a little digging into the location of the cell phone tower that is currently being constructed by the New Hartford Rec Center, which will hopefully help the service in the village on Oxford Road, but also that will help South Utica as well.
So being a non-Verizon customer, I don't have any of those problems. Are you Verizon?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a Verizon tower.
Greeley Ford actually went through. What I did is I called Greeley and I said, here's where I travel most often. Can we make sure there are towers all along this route? And it took him a few years, but thank you, Greeley.
So you're saying you have perfect service on Oneida Street in South Utica?
I have no problem there.
Okay. By the Ridgewood Market, where the fire was.
I have no problem there.
Okay.
Actually, I talked to Paul Buckley about it, and he said apparently it's just a Verizon thing. Now, I will tell you, I do struggle up over Higbee still. When you get to the power, that gas, natural gas plant,
over by Stonebridge,
right over in there is where it gets a little tricky, but it's better than it used to be. So, I'm sorry, we're veering off topic here a little bit.
Mary's
Mary.
can we get back to my opinion here on the hotel?
Okay, so there is a public hearing tonight, though, right?
Absolutely. It's 6 o'clock at the fire department in New Hartford.
Okay.
We're just going back to the senior center. Where was that again? Where that closed?
It was in the old St. John's Church at the old school, and then it moved up to the New Hartford Town Center, and then it closed with COVID, and it was slow in getting the numbers back, and they decided that it wasn't worth the money.
Okay.
And they decided to join with the Parkway Forward 50. But residents I've talked to don't want to drive that far.
They don't want to go over to the Parkway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, if you're interested in this this possible proposed hotel in New Hartford, the public hearing is tonight. And Mary, I appreciate it. Anything else you want to add on this thing?
You know, we have the property at St. Luke's that we're looking at reimagining.
Yep.
There's a possibility there for a hotel. It's right across from the school. You still have the nursing home on that campus, and wouldn't it be great to come visit your parents and be able to stay right close to them?
Oh, okay. That's an interesting...
You're killing two birds with one stone there, Mary. I like that idea.
I like it. Okay, interesting stuff, Mary. As always, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You do the same. Mary McEnroe. A strong community member who has an opinion on all of this. I do feel there is a strong need for additional hotels in the area. I forgot what the number, Tony Pisani said the number of hotels we are short right now in terms of being able to handle the crowds that we want to do going forward. But I'd also say for those who are for it, there are many business owners in that area who have said they like the idea because it would add walking traffic.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that somebody might, if you're staying at the hotel, you might walk out and go to a Daylight Donuts, for instance. And as a matter of fact, while you're there at Daylight Donuts, for God's sakes, try the matcha green tea latte. It is So good.
Yeah.
And it's now available at Daylight Donuts. Plus, you can get 14 other flavors of lattes along with the best, Seattle's best coffee, espresso, iced coffee, and, of course, the breakfast sandwiches, the bagels, New York style, and the donuts made fresh there every single day. It's Daylight Donuts with a speedy drive-thru in the village of New Hartford. Quick break. We'll come right back. Hobica's free money question of the day. Today, being a short week, Davey, for some, what are we giving away potentially this morning on Hobica's free money question of the day?
$200.
Whoa. Kicking off the week in style.
Kicking off the week with confidence. $200 on the line here this morning. We'll do that question coming up at 7:35 on WIBX.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code SUPPORT or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511. Morning Kick. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
Are you sick of being just a number or doing a mindless job? Become a craftsman in a trade. Become an IBEW electrician. The IBEW and the Electrician Training Alliance will give you all the tools necessary at their state-of-the-art training facility. Earn as you learn. Paid training while you get your certification. What are you waiting for? Become an IBEW Local 43 electrician. Call or go online today to learn more. Find your career at IBEW and let the Electrician Training Alliance light up your future.
All rise for Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. Academy Award winner Aaron Sorkin's stage adaptation is directed by Tony Award winner Bartlett Sher. Emmy Award-winning actor Richard Thomas will play the role of Atticus Finch in this Broadway national tour. Don't miss Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, coming to the Stanley June 4th and 5th at 7:30 p.m. For tickets, visit BroadwayUtica.org. That's BroadwayUtica.org.
The more you buy, the more you save at My Carl's. Save up to an extra 20% off bedroom sets, dining, sofas, sectionals, mattresses, and more. Only at My Carl's, New Hartford Shopping Center.
Memorial Day savings at Adirondack Home Furniture is here, and that means time to upgrade for summer. For a limited time, Adirondack Home Furniture is offering 2 years interest-free financing. They're overstocked in every department and need to make room for new pieces. Upgrade to a new sofa, dining set, bedroom set, outdoor poly furniture, and more. Adirondack Home Furniture has a large line of quality USA-made furniture from top manufacturers. You'll find something for every room, inside and out. From modern to farmhouse, rustic to transitional, with 2 years interest-free financing, free local delivery, and a professional, knowledgeable staff, you'll have your dream home in no time. Plus, their salespeople are non-commissioned, so you'll enjoy a relaxing, no-pressure experience. Celebrate Memorial Day and save big at Adirondack Home Furniture's 2 years interest-free event. Stop in today, Adirondack Home Furniture, Riverside Center in North Utica, or at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to speak?
Too hard. Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's lessons take just 10 minutes a day.
10 minutes isn't long.
Nope, and they're fun.
Fun isn't hard.
Right. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make languages fun and engaging. You might even forget you're learning. And Babbel's lessons are built around real life. Babbel teaches language skills you'll actually use, about travel, business, relationships, and more. You'll learn what matters most to you. Plus, Babbel's lessons are designed to get you having real conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
Just 3 weeks? Even better.
Since Babbel's lessons are voiced by real native speakers, you'll get pronunciation just right and be able to carry on conversations with confidence.
Learning a language with Babbel doesn't take long. And with Babbel, it isn't hard. It's perfect.
Get Babbel. It starts here. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Hey, I got to tell you that before we do Habaika's free money question of the day, I'm feeling in a bit of a winning mood here today.
Winning mood as in giving away money?
This week, the way we're giving away the Beach Boys tickets, it's name the song. I read the lyrics, you name the song. I love it. I read the lyrics, you name the song.
I love it.
Okay. Davey, second caller. Give me the second caller to take on the air. I'll read the lyrics to you. You tell me the name of the Beach Boys song. It's a chance to win Beach Boys tickets. The Beach Boys coming to the Stanley Theater to kick off summertime. May 31st at the Stanley. You can get your tickets by going to the Stanley box office or Ticketmaster.com. And we'll do that contest coming up in a second. Also this morning, we will be having another little competition coming up in June for the national anthem singer at the Boilermaker
This is a good
party.
idea.
So
This is awesome.
you come out, you sing. We'll select one person if you think you could be the national anthem singer, and we're talking about in front of 30, 40,000 people. Pretty impressive. Last year's winner is going off to college now for music. And in fact, she's written a song and has a great story to tell. And we're going to try to coerce her into playing a little something in studio. I don't think we have to coerce. I think we've got her here and we're ready to go. All right. For Beach Boys tickets, Davey, is that Bill in Westernville? All right. William, good morning. You're on the radio.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here's how this works. I'm just going to read lyrics to you, and you tell me the name of the song.
I'll try.
All right. I'll be a little patient with you because you're the first one to do the contest. It's the first. So I'm going to...
No timer?
He doesn't understand, maybe. After the second time, everybody's used to it. All right, here we go. I'm going to read the lyrics. Do, 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 do. Bow, ba, bow, ba, bow, ba, bow. Do, do, do. All right, name the song. All right.
I get around?
Let's try this. This might be better.
All right.
If you should ever leave me, well, life would still go on, believe me. The world could show nothing to me, so what good would living do me? Name the song.
Oh, I know this one.
Is it You Still Believe in Me?
No,
it is not. It is not.
No. He can ask for
Not
assistance.
a huge Beach Boys.
He can't phone a friend.
Yeah, we're talking about me.
Oh.
I could give him a hint,
All right. You think you know what it is?
Yeah.
All right. Bill, you can...
I'll take a hint.
You can take help from Andrew, but if you get it right, you got to take Andrew to the show. All right. All right, that's not true.
Does he put out on the first date?
How dare you ask that?
Well, that's what we hear. So, all right, Andrew, he has phoned a friend. Andrew.
Okay. Do. God only knows.
It is God only knows? Is it God only knows?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. The next lyric I was going to read for you, God only knows.
Would I be without
you? Yeah. All right. Well, we were a little easy on you, Bill, so because you're the first one to dip into the water. So we're going to give you a pair of tickets.
Oh, it is Monday.
It is Monday. Pair of tickets to see the Beach Boys at the Stanley Theater. Go to Ticketmaster.com or the Stanley box office for information. You stand by, and Davey's going to hook you up.
Fantastic. Thank you.
See how easy it is to find a winner when Habaika's not right down your shoulder?
I know, when he's not giving away the prize.
When he's not breathing down your back. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Habaika, let's do Davey's on the phone. So let's make a call number 5 right now. $200 on the line.
$200.
And a great question. Caller number 5. Right now, your chance to win from Habaika and WIBX.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time 738. I'm Andrew Domenio. Quick news update brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture. An investigation underway after a woman's body was found in DeWitt. Officers were called to a home on Kirkville Road yesterday to assist a man who had possibly overdosed. A few hours later, the body of 61-year-old Dorothy Brownell was spotted along Butternut Creek, which runs behind the residence. Brownell had been with the man. However, the nature of the relationship is not being made public. The man was taken to a hospital. No details have been released about his condition. Congressman Brandon Williams holding a public town hall meeting tonight. It'll take place at the Morrisville-Eaton Middle High School in the Madison County community. The Republican Williams, who represents the 22nd District, started holding town halls again last month after taking nearly a year off from them. The 22nd District covers all of Madison and Onondaga counties and parts of Oneida, Cortland, and Cayuga counties. People who are worried about being able to put food on the table are being invited to attend an event taking place in Utica today. A drive-through free food giveaway is scheduled to run from 2 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. at the Johnson Park Center Food Pantry on West Street. Among the items that will be available are chicken, cheese, pasta, fruit, and vegetables. Anyone who doesn't have a vehicle can get food tomorrow at the pantry between the hours of 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. And there's some good news to pass along for New Yorkers who are electronic benefits transfer card holders, or EBT. The New York State Office of Temporary Disability Assistance says benefits for those individuals have now been restored. They were not available for several hours yesterday because the state's EBT system was changing over to a new contractor. Anyone who still has questions or concerns can call 1-888-328-6399. WIBX 950 News Time, 740. Your weather forecast is brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Your weather forecast for today calling for sunny skies, a beautiful day today. Highs will be in the mid-80s. It'll be mostly clear overnight with a low around 61. Tomorrow, a slight chance of rain and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies with a high close to 90. Right now, we're at 62 degrees under sunny skies. WIBX 950 News Time at 7:41.
All right, quick break. We'll come right back. We'll do Hubika's free money question of the day. And we have last year's winner of the National Anthem Contest who will perform in studio coming up.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
Thinking of a purple mattress this Memorial Day? Mattress Express has the largest selection and save up to $800 on select purple sets. Take up to 60 months to pay with no money down for qualified buyers on $1,500 or higher purchases.
Replacing your roof isn't a decision you take lightly. You want industry standards met with affordable options and a crew who knows how important a sound roof is to you and your family. Dennis Padula & Sons Roofing is your hometown roofers with deep roots in our community. Padula Roofers specialize in residential roofing projects. They're a GAF certified master elite roofing contractor who keeps their standards above the rest. Call 315-733-1564 to find out more about their Roofs for Troops mail-in rebate. Dennis Padula & Sons Roofing, your hometown roofers.
Hi, this is Tom Cole from Gates Cole Insurance with exciting news. We're expanding with a couple of new offices in our area. One new location is Tall Pines Insurance in Boonville. They're another independent insurance agency that takes pride in making customers happy. That fits our culture at Gates Cole perfectly. Here's Greg Lee from the newest Gates Cole location, Tall Pines Insurance in Boonville.
The reason why I got into insurance was I wanted to allow my father the opportunity to retire and give back to my community. You know, we had the Boonville fire that wiped out a large area down here for us a few years ago, and so we showed up at the fire You know, we were right there, ground zero with our insureds, who made sure that they were taken care of quickly. You know, we were able to get people the money that they needed to cover their expenses from that loss.
For insurance for your home, auto, business, and just about everything else, trust your local independent insurance agency, Gates Cole Insurance, proudly representing Finger Lakes Fire and Casualty Company of Trumansburg, New York.
Have you or anyone you know ever lived or worked at Camp Lejeune before 1987? Camp Lejeune's water systems were contaminated by chloride from fuel leaks on the property. If you had any contact with water while at Camp Lejeune and have been diagnosed with any type of cancer or Parkinson's disease, you could be entitled to compensation. Call us today. Do not delay.
800-447-3030. 800-447-3030.
Paid for by Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
All rise for Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. Academy Award winner Aaron Sorkin's stage adaptation is directed by Tony Award winner Bartlett Sher. Emmy Award-winning actor Richard Thomas will play the role of Atticus Finch in this Broadway national tour. Don't miss Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, coming to the Stanley, June 4th and 5th at 7:30 p.m. For tickets, visit BroadwayUtica.org. That's BroadwayUtica.org.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, coming up, Kate Chiavi is last year's winner of our national anthem contest for the Boilermaker post-race party. We're going to be doing it again coming up in June, and we'll have Kate coming up in studio here in a second. She's got some great stuff to talk about and sing about as well. Eric is in New Hartford right now. Eric, good morning. How you doing, Eric?
Good morning, Bill. I'm good. How are you?
Good. You ready to go here?
I guess I'll give it a shot.
So I was going to ask you who the winner of American Idol was. That was going to be the question, but apparently I played it on the air, and I'm still trying to figure. I had it in queue. I don't understand why it would go over the air. You don't think I had it in queue? I see you with a little judgment.
I don't want to say anything.
I absolutely
The little
did.
Q button was gray.
No, it wasn't gray.
I think it was.
It is when you came back in here.
Yeah, no, I think before.
I don't want to hear it. That is not true.
Because I was nervous because I saw a red program and I went, ooh.
All right, I'm going to do something right now. You tell me if you can hear it, okay, Eric?
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm going to put it in. No, he shouldn't be able to. Is what we're
it's
saying.
over the
All
phone.
Right, listen, here, check it out. Check this out.
The winner of American Idol.
Were you able to hear that?
I heard it cut off when the name came up.
Okay, just now.
I heard it say the winner of American Idol, but then right before the name was said, it cut off.
Yes, I stopped it. Come over here right now. Get out of your lazy chair and come over here. Now, you explain this to me, why this is doing this. Sorry, Eric. I'm in a real mood today. It's in queue.
Queue now.
He said he just heard it. He just heard it. And I just played it for him. Like this, right here.
And I'm half deaf, too.
And he's half deaf. He's half deaf.
Of American Idol 2024 is Abby Carter.
All right. Abby Carter apparently was the winner last night. I don't think he should be able to hear, so I got to figure this out. I'm doing something wrong, but how I see the way it's supposed to be done is clearly not correct.
I think going forward, the safe bet is to just take it out of program if we're during.
Well, then
commercial
I
break.
couldn't hear it,
unless you switch your headphones to Audition
or to Q.
Correct.
I see. You got to do that to listen in Q. That's terrible. All right, well, we'll figure this out. Okay, Eric, are you ready? Because
every day
I'm going down a crazy road here. Are you ready, Eric, to play?
I will. take a guess.
This is worth $200 from the Hobeika Law Firm. Andrew, are you ready?
Always.
Or are you going to sit over there and judge me? Okay.
Sitting in judgment.
Here is your question, Eric. This is for you for $200 from Joseph and Andrew Hobeika. Here it is. In 1957, bubble wrap was actually invented as a modern version of this. Ready, go.
Spacesuit. I don't know.
You're going to go with spacesuit.
I would have guessed that.
I don't have any idea.
I used to wrap people up in bubble wrap, and it would allow them to float.
In the water?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the problem is, though, sometimes
jackets.
it's like a little life jacket. Sometimes they'd flip over, and their face would be in the water, which would really defeat the purpose completely. Okay, Eric, the answer is wallpaper.
Wallpaper, yeah.
Wallpaper.
Can you imagine that?
I would have never known that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a toughie for $200. Wow. Okay, we are going to give you the all-in-one food and fun cards, $25 gift card. You can use it at any of the Comets properties, the restaurants, and that includes Babes, where you can enjoy brunch every Sunday at Babes. Stand by, Eric. Davey's going to hook you up, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. And thank you for tolerating us, Eric. It ain't easy. I know.
Let's thank the audience writ large for tolerating us this morning.
Kate Chiavi was last year's winner of the National Anthem contest, and she did an amazing, although I was not here to see it last year, but I did see you perform it over at Babes for the contest, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. It was so much fun last year. To anyone who's possibly interested in auditioning for the National Anthem, highly recommend it. It was just a great atmosphere and a great chance to get out there. It opened up so many opportunities for me, actually.
For you, it really did, right?
It really did. It was
So
nice.
let's talk about that. What is it? Because obviously you're now a senior. You're about to graduate, and you're about to go off to college.
Mm-hmm.
Explain how this assisted you.
Right. So last year, when you graciously invited me on your show to perform the anthem and also play one of my original songs, the recording you did, or the recording you set up for my original song, turned out to be so greatly mixed and leveled that I submitted
Can you just say that again?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
As someone who makes music, it's actually a huge compliment to say the way you mixed everything and leveled out all the volumes was perfect.
I would only say to that. Oftentimes on the radio, it used to be when somebody comes on the radio, they are made to sound so bad.
Right, yeah.
And who would want to come on the radio if you sound? So we really work hard. Although this is all brand new equipment and my stuff from before is not hooked up. So I'm going to do my best today. We'll see what happens.
Oh, it's new and
but you know
fancy.
what? The reality is I don't think you could sound bad. So
thank you.
You're really, really good.
The real question is, if you not if, but when you become famous, is there a career for Bill as your producer here? I don't know.
Yes.
Oh,
I will
good.
be
All right.
reaching
It's
out.
coming. It's coming.
There you go.
Just
Yeah.
everything.
Okay, so talk about so you came on the air. You had that recording that we did here in studio, and then what happened?
I used that recording to submit to all my colleges as an audition for my songwriting and production programs that I applied to, and I ended up getting into every single one. So
Wow.
it was very
That's
helpful.
awesome.
Yeah, it was a really cool way to just show that I was, experimenting or locally with my craft, and you guys were awesome. So I was able to submit that, and I think it turned out to work out in my favor. So
Nice. And willing to do other things.
Yes.
Right? Like the national anthem. That is one of the more difficult songs to sing and to do it well. And you're doing it in front of 40,000 people.
That was wild.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
so awesome. It's seriously, anyone considering, do it. You never know what's going to happen because it opens so many doors.
So you have talk about your new song. You have a new song.
Yeah, so the song I'm going to be playing today is actually one that I'm going to be putting on streaming services on May 31st under my name, Kaylin Marie, on all streaming services. It's called Memories, and this song for me is a journey just through my first breakup I had. I wrote it when I was 15, and it's honestly just I'd like to call it All the Stages of Grief in One.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of a longer song than the normal song you'd hear on the radio because it really just walks through everything I was feeling. I wrote it as like a mode of therapy in a sense because I just had so many feelings and I was just writing them all out.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's a longer song. But it's really just a story. Like I like to call it an odyssey of my lyricism because it really just walks through everything I was feeling from like anger to like sadness to like just everything, regret and nostalgia. And it's one of my favorites. It's gotten a lot of positive feedback, so that's why I decided to produce it. And I'm so happy that I'm going to be playing it for you guys. It's one of my favorites.
Let's hear it. And then there's also a little comparison that I think is really cool that you sent me, and we'll do that coming up. But go ahead. This is Kate Chiavi. Here we go.
And just for the record, the produced version sounds much different. This is just the acoustic, simple, broken down version.
Fair enough.
The way I wrote it when I was crying on the floor.
Are you crying? We've all been there. Kate Chiavi, here we go.
I can't take the same route home. I can't walk these streets alone. These sidewalks haunted by your ghost. I still feel your warmth outside my coat. I see your face in falling leaves and hear your whispers in the breeze. 'Cause all I got now are memories. Who knew this town be a liability? And I don't like our favorite songs. Telling our jokes makes me feel wrong. And I hate Fridays now that you're gone. And lunch dates at our old restaurant. I hate August and September. I put away your sophomore sweater. 'Cause through everything we did it together. Now there's nothing left to do but remember. Midnights and car rides in our favorite spot. And movies and board games that you always won. And promises you swore you'd keep till last month. And giving me hope that you might be the one. I reach for you, but you're out of reach. You're still my lifeline, but you don't need me. But I see you in everything we used to be. My world's nothing but our memories. Wherever I turn, I can't escape the love that you brought me, the world that we made. Now all I can do is sit here in pain and relive these memories day after day. I can recall when we first met and saw you as more than a family friend. And counting the days till I'd see you again. The world stopped when you talked so I could listen. So I gave you my heart, babe, you gave me yours. Let you into my mind, the keys to my door. Now I'm sulking in silence and crying on the floor. Reliving the regrets and signs I ignored. But a starlight in your eyes, it gave me some hope that maybe we'd make it. 'Cause you said who knows. Then you took the wheel and spun out of control. Now I got the keys, but I can't leave this road. I reach for you, but you're out of reach. You broke this off, babe, and you broke me. You're finding yourself, well, I can't find peace. And searching for her to forget about me. Be honest, boy, did it come into play that I didn't bend when you wanted me to change? No, you couldn't shape me, so you quit the game. Now you have the nerve to tell me it's our fate. No, I deserve more than this and you call fate. 'Cause I waited for something you never gave. And you killed this love and made me dig the grave. You made it that way, you made it that way. I deserve more than your meaningless words. And more than a phone call to make me feel worse. To tell me you're looking for someone better. can't seem to forget you. Time will heal my pain and hurt. Scars will fade and little things won't burn. And you'll say you've moved on, call it for the better. But I know you'll still see me every time you look at her. And you'll reach for me, but I'll be gone and count down every single thing that you lost. Replay and regret the days you broke my heart, and realize you threw out a fine piece of art. Someday you'll see what you might have had if you hadn't blown out a flame that would last. You should have been wiser than giving love to take. You should have played nicer with hearts that you'd break. Oh, 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 oh. You should have played nicer with hearts that you'd break.
Wow. That was really, really so good.
Thank you.
Took us through the whole journey.
Really did, yeah.
Wow.
Put it all out there.
All right, stay there. I want to do a little. She's going to do a little music theory with us, and a little music, how you write, how you develop a song. We'll get to that coming right up. Stand by at WIBX.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome,
W295EI,
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
He wants to arrest Israel's prime minister and defense minister. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The chief prosecutor at the International Criminal Court also seeks arrest warrants for Hamas leaders, saying he believes they're all responsible for war crimes that after President Biden said at Morehouse College's graduation.
It's a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. That's why I've called for an immediate ceasefire. An immediate ceasefire to stop the fighting.
The president also told pro-Palestinian protesters on campuses in recent weeks, angry over his support for Israel in the war, that he hears their voices. The president also addressed an NAACP dinner in Detroit as polls show him losing support among black voters.
Trump is still determined to do it. In his words, he wants to terminate the Affordable Care Act, which would deny 3 million black Americans health insurance.
And the former president blames President Biden for his legal issues, calling it election interference. Later this hour, the Trump trial resumes in New York. Fox's Eric Shawn is there and says Michael Cohen will resume testifying.
Trump lawyer Todd Blanche has been trying to portray him as a serial liar who this jury cannot believe. Cohen will be the last prosecution witness. Then it will be up to the defense. We don't know yet if the former president will take the stand. An election law expert is expected to be called.
The former president's charged with falsifying records, reimbursing Cohen for paying to keep an alleged Trump affair quiet before the 2016 election. Iran is in mourning after its president was killed in a helicopter crash.
The bodies were recovered early this morning, confirming the death of President Ibrahim Raisi, as well as Iran's foreign minister, some other officials.
Fox's Alex Hogan.
Raisi, the 63-year-old ultra-conservative president, was a
Stability. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
In London, Julian Assange can keep fighting the order to extradite him here to the U.S. so the WikiLeaks founder can be put on trial for espionage for posting classified American military information online in 2010. A British court just ruled Assange can appeal that order. What happened in Iran with the helicopter crash deaths of the country's president and foreign minister? Not affecting the oil markets. Price down a bit this morning as we keep paying a bit less at the pump.
Gasoline prices fell again in these 2 weeks. A nickel drop to $3.70 for regular nationally, and this makes a 7-week drop over 4 weeks.
AAA's national average for regulars even less than analyst Trilby Lundberg's survey of gas stations, $3.59 per gallon. On Wall Street, stock futures rising a bit after the Dow closed above 40,000 for the first time Friday. In the NBA playoffs,
Siakam on the drive. Halliburton lines up, three-pointer. Got it!
Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers set a playoff record, shooting 67%, routing the Knicks in New York 130-109 on ABC to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. Out west, Minnesota moved on to the finals with a Game 7 playoff record comeback. The Timberwolves rallied from down 20 to beat the defending champion Denver Nuggets 98-90. Xander Schauffele won golf's PGA Championship. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time, 8:05. I'm Andrew Dominio. 64 degrees under sunny skies. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. An investigation is underway after a woman's body was found in DeWitt. Officers were called to a home on Kirkville Road yesterday to assist a man who had possibly overdosed. A few hours later, the body of 61-year-old Dorothy Brownell was spotted along Butternut Creek, which runs behind the residence. Brownell had been with the man. However, the nature of their relationship is not being made public. The man was taken to a hospital, but no details have been released about his condition. Congressman Brandon Williams will be holding his next public town hall meeting tonight. It'll take place at the Mooresville-Eaton Middle School in the Madison County community. The Republican Williams, who represents the 22nd District, started holding town halls again last month after taking nearly a year off from them. The 22nd District covers all of Madison and Onondaga counties and parts of Oneida, Cortland, and Cayuga counties. People who are worried about being able to put food on the table are being invited to attend an event taking place in Utica today. A drive-through free food giveaway is scheduled to run from 2 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. at the Johnson Park Center Food Pantry on West Street. Among the items being given out, chicken, cheese, pasta, fruit, and vegetables. Anyone who does not have a vehicle can get their food tomorrow at the pantry between the hours of 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Memorial Day weekend is coming up, and Central New York drivers are seeing a little bit of savings when it comes time to fill up. According to AAA, the average cost for a gallon of regular fuel is now $3.67. That's down 2 cents from last week and is also 9 cents lower than this time a month ago. Right now, the state average is $3.70 a gallon, while nationally it's $3.59. And thousands of Kyles are traveling to the city of Kyles, Texas this weekend. They're trying to break the Guinness World Record for the largest gathering of people with the same first name. The Kyle Fair, a Texas Travaganza, will need 2,326 Kyles to make the record. The event's manager said that it got nearly 1,500 Kyles last year. It is 8:07. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. Your weather forecast for today, a beauty. Sunny skies, highs will be in the mid to upper 80s. Mostly clear overnight with a low in the low 60s. Then in Game 7 at Madison Square Garden. Jalen Brunson came within 1 assist of recording a double-double after scoring 17 points. Dante DiVincenzo led all scorers with 39 points for the Knicks. If Jalen had been in true Jalen form, scoring, his usual 30 to 40, there may have been a difference in the game, but unfortunately the Pacers advance. And hopefully the Knicks will be back and healthy next year and make another run at it. A veteran forward is hoping to make his return for the Rangers lineup. Blake Wheeler said Sunday he's an option and available for the Eastern Conference Finals against the Florida Panthers. He suffered a serious leg injury on February 15th and was ruled out for the remainder of the regular season, but New York will host Florida in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals Wednesday at Madison Square Garden. He may be available for that series. The Yankees cruised past the White Sox 7-2 to sweep their 3-game series in the Bronx. They now have a 33-15 record atop the AL East. They'll host the Seattle Mariners for a 4-game set that begins tonight at Yankee Stadium. The Mets salvaged their series finale against the Marlins after collecting a 7-3 win in Miami. They're now third in the NL East at 21-25. They'll visit Cleveland for a 3-game set that begins tonight at Progressive Field. And, of course, we want to run down the other big winners of big events over the weekend. Xander Schauffele has won his first major championship. He shot a 6 under 65 in the final round of the tournament to finish atop the leaderboard at 21 under par and win the 106th PGA Championship. Joey Logano took home the checkered flag in the NASCAR All-Star race from the North Wilkesboro Speedway, and Nelly Corda continued her dominance in the LPGA tournament. She won the Mitsuo Americas Open to win her 6th start in her last 7 on the tour. It is 8-11.
Okay, Kate Chiavi is in studio. We're going to hear a little bit more from her coming up in a second. By the way, you're getting great reviews. People are...
Oh, yeah, the comments are flooding in positively.
Great comments. Even some guy in the 540 is like, she's got a great voice. Steve Spurbeck, amazing voice. Mike this morning, Karen... and the list goes on, all saying wonderful job. So pretty cool. Let me, before we get to Kate and wrap it up with her, I want to tell you, if you're looking for flooring, in Sarah's Flooring Outlet is the area's leading flooring store for Pergo Extreme by Mohawk. But if it's any type of flooring, whether it's tile, linoleum, you may be looking for real hardwoods, which is what we opted for within Sarah's. They have the largest, most amazing selection that you're going to find anywhere. And, of course, with Pergo Extreme by Mohawk, they have that 60-mile price guarantee. A 60-mile radius from the store, you're getting the lowest price, period. And 6 months interest-free financing right now at Insera's. Go to InserasFlooringOutlet.com. There's a coupon right there on the website. Insera's Flooring Outlet, Route 49 Plaza, River Road, Marcy, and online at InserasFlooringOutlet.com. She just performed. She was our winner last year from the National Anthem contest. We have a new one coming up for the Boilermaker post-race party, and it'll come in June at Babes. We'll have more details on that coming forward. And Kate, again, the song you just did, was that a part of your college application?
Yes, for certain colleges, I submitted that one. The fully produced version, actually. And I did submit that for a couple different ones.
So you had an idea that you wanted to show a recording and explain what you'd like to do here.
Yeah, so obviously what you all heard was just the acoustic version of the song, the one that I just wrote on my bedroom floor. But this produced version is much more sophisticated and carefully crafted. I actually produced it with a local friend of mine named Owen Paz. He is 16 years old, and he is incredible. He has such a bright future ahead of him in production, and he was the one who really got this song on the path that it was going to be like a pop indie song, because it sounds very different from the original.
Yeah.
And I just love to share like a taste of just that contrast of like what I originally wrote on its own. And
so this
what
is it's coming to, as a song builds, this song really builds where your emotion is building and the drama of the whole
climax.
Song. This is that climax. So check this out here. And
no, I deserve more than this, and you call fate, 'cause I waited for something you never gave, and you killed this love and made me dig the grave. You made it that way, you made it that way.
was just wonderful.
Where was that recorded? That was very good.
Half in a basement, and some of it was done online with other producers.
It's amazing what you can do nowadays.
You can now collaborate online, and that is the most amazing thing. And then you just think about what can be done from the basement. I mean, that's
look what we did from the basement. It doesn't nearly compare to that.
That's a good point. It doesn't compare. The only thing that's correct is it doesn't compare.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That Kate was awesome.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. You're heading off to school. You've only got a couple months left here, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving like early August.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Exciting time. Enjoy it because
Andrew
it'll go by fast.
knows Nashville quite well. He spent a lot of time down there.
Yeah, I was there for a full year, and that was enough for me. And then that's not anything to discourage you. It's just
well, he was trying to become a star, and
not really.
He ended up here.
No, don't give up on your dreams.
No, my dreams have come true in a lot of ways, but I'm
That's
only
awesome.
referencing.
Yeah.
What a good time you can have down there, but you're too young for that.
All right. Well, listen, good luck. Congratulations. And thank you so much for sharing it all with us this morning.
Thank you for letting me come back on. I always have a blast.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yes.
All right. Kate
Thank
Chiavi.
you.
We'll break and come back here at WIBX.
Ferris commercial mowers set the bar with racing-inspired patented full suspension and integrated cutting decks so you can go faster, cut better, and not get beat up. Ferris Experience Suspension. Take advantage of the best financing and prices of the year. Visit us at whitesfarmsupply.com.
We're the power in power equipment. White's Farm Supply.
The Memorial Day deals are at Mattress Express. Take up to 60 months to pay with no money down for anything in the store for qualified buyers. Then save up to $800 on Stern sets, $800 on Purple sets, $500 on Sealy, and $500 on Tempur-Pedic. Only at Mattress Express.
Whatever happened to Tony Horton, the guy who created the revolutionary P90X?
2017, I was knocked down. A very rare type of shingles that went straight into my brain. My body was completely wasting away. I started researching everything related to building my muscle back again. That's when I learned about the potential of HMB plus vitamin D3 and what they can do when it comes to helping build new muscle.
So Tony developed high-impact protein by Power Life.
Just add 1 scoop of high-impact protein to a glass of water or your morning smoothie and enjoy the effects of that boss molecule and factory worker combination. Reshaping your body each and every day. More energy, burn more fat, and probably drop a few pounds along the way.
High-impact protein by Power Life is a tasty once-a-day powder that comes in either whey or plant protein. Go to mypowerlife.com and use code MUSCLE to save 30%. Tony even offers a 90-day guarantee. Go to mypowerlife.com or text MUSCLE to 511-511. Text MUSCLE to 511-511 today. All individuals are unique. Your results can and will vary. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Get ready to hit the road with Steve Pawnee Chevrolet in Herkimer. Experience the thrill of the 2024 Trailblazer LS all-wheel drive with Confidence Package. Lease it for just $329 a month for 3 years, 10,000 miles per year. Need more power? Check out the 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT 4x4. Lease it for only $489 a month for 3 years, 10,000 miles per year. Or take advantage of our purchase offer with a $6,500 rebate or rates as low as 1.9%. Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Offers are available on select models only. Lease offers require a current Chevy lease through GM Financial, and finance offers require a 2010 or newer Chevrolet trade-in. All taxes, fees, and the first payment are due on delivery. Visit us on Route 28 in Herkimer or at StevePawneeChevy.com. Hurry, these offers end May 31st, 2024. Together, let's drive with Steve Pawnee Chevrolet. Stop in and see why it's always easy to do business at Steve Pawnee Chevrolet.
Hey, I want to tell you about River Hills Properties. And River Hills is now the #1 independent agency, real estate agency in all of upstate New York, here in central New York, to be exact. And it's all about the services they provide, the things that they do for their customers, the extra things. From the very beginning till the very end, your listing agent is with you every step of the process. Everything from the inspection, which is always a big deal, the appraisal,
well,
all
actual
of those
showings
things.
too. Yes,
and every time the house is shown, your listing agent is there. It makes a huge difference. You don't have people walking through for the very first time, and there's that first impression that is important. And if the lights are off, you can't figure out where the lights are to turn everything on. Everything isn't in place and ready to be shown. That's the first impression you're giving of that home.
Yeah.
Whereas with the River Hills concept, your listing agent has everything set and perfect and ready to go, and they keep an eye on the property as well.
Yeah, Robin describes it very well. You're putting on a show, right? So you want to make the house look the best that it can possibly look prior to that buyer and their agent walking in. We act as the lockbox, a living, breathing human to gain access to the property.
So for those that aren't regulars, Andrew is an agent with River Hills Properties.
Correct.
They have offices in Barneville, Little Falls, Rome, and Utica. Online, it's riverhillspropertiesllc.com. Remember, nobody sells homes like River Hills Properties. And remember, you can watch Sold in upstate New York. It's a new TV show on local real estate here throughout upstate New York. Homes that have been sold. Even homes that have been sold, you get to kind of take a little peek at them, and those that are for sale right now and available. Check it out every weekend, Saturdays on WPNY at 2 p.m., and Sundays, 8 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. on Fox. Always on YouTube. You can search Sold in upstate New York.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, Andrew, a couple of big stories. Very busy 24 hours. Herkimer Police is always pretty busy, but a very busy 24 hours in Herkimer on Friday.
Correct. So 2 individuals are now under arrest, facing multiple charges, including attempted murder, for a stabbing incident that happened at the Mohawk Street Bridge near the New York State Thruway exit for Herkimer.
But prior in the day on Friday, police were trying to locate after a motor vehicle accident, 2 young, they were 17 and 18 years old, running with a shotgun down the street. They were able to actually apprehend them. And on the line right now is Herkimer Police Chief Mike Jory. Mike, good morning. Thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having me.
So, as I said, you guys are always fairly busy in Herkimer, but this was extra busy on Friday, it seemed.
Yes, Friday was a day from hell, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. So it started out earlier in the morning with a motor vehicle accident.
Yes.
Talk about what happened there.
It was about 8:20 in the morning, and officers were called out to an accident, unknown if there were personal injuries or not. And that's a common call. Moments later, they were told that they had males running from one of the vehicles carrying long arms, and that made it not so much a normal call. So officers responded, pretty quickly. It was actually fairly near the police department up by State in Washington, which is right by Foltzbrook, which is right across the street from us. The kids weren't from the area, so they kind of ran toward the fire department, the police department. There were 2 of them. They broke off in different directions, and the officers were able to, 2 officers went one way, 2 officers went another. Captain and sergeants were out, so they were able to locate both in a very, very quick time. And more importantly, they located the shotgun that was thrown away during the foot pursuit.
Do you have any idea why? Because they're out of town. They're from out of town. Why Herkimer?
That's a question we always ask, why Herkimer? But what we were able to gather through the interviews, the vehicle was stolen from the Canastota area. They were heading to New York City, is what they told the investigator. And for whatever reason, they got off in Herkimer, whether they changed their mind, whether they had another plan, and not knowing the area, not being experienced drivers. I say luckily, I know that sounds odd, but that there was an accident, and we were able to apprehend them while they had that stuff with them.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
And they're 17 and 18 years
that's
old.
My point is that it seems like crimes are being committed, more serious, heinous crimes are being committed in younger individuals.
Yes, and I know you're aware of the raise the age legislation that went into effect quite some time ago, but that's certainly not helping. Before that, these two, one was treated as an adult, but the other, the 17-year-old, would have been treated as an adult a few years ago, and now I don't know what happened after he was turned over to probation, or family court. I'm sorry. He may very well be released back out in Madison County.
Wow. And then the day didn't end for you guys. Later on in the day, it got worse.
They wrapped that up pretty well. Still some loose ends, obviously, with any investigation, but they did a heck of a job with that. Everything was done, put a little bow tie on that, and then that night, about 12:20 in the morning, they were called to a 911 call about a man that was stabbed.
So this was at the bridge. People may be familiar with it if you've gotten on or off the thruway exit there. Talk about what was the discovery. The individual was bleeding, and were the suspects immediately on the scene there?
No, the officers, it was a 911 call from a cell phone, and not much was given. Obviously, the victim had called. The 911 dispatcher did a fantastic job for us here, pinging the phone and getting a location. But again, with that kind of technology, it's not an exact location. So it took us a couple of moments to get there. While officers were responding, there was a male running with a backpack, and he was detained. Luckily for us, it turned out to be the suspect. Another officer, which we're very blessed to have, is a trained certified paramedic. So he actually was the responding officer to the victim as well. And he was able to render some life-saving techniques and may very well have saved this individual's life with his quick reaction.
Wow.
So do you know currently the status of the victim? Is he still in the hospital, and at what phase of his treatment is he undergoing? Or she?
That was a male victim, a 58-year-old male. He is right now, as of late afternoon yesterday, he's in stable condition. He has several, over a dozen stab wounds to his chest, his abdomen, his legs, forearm, punctured along. So he was in rough shape, but he was able to talk to officers yesterday over the phone. Was there any relationship, if you can't obviously share this yet, by all means do not.
Yeah, what brought the two of them together?
Do the two suspects have any relationship with this victim?
Well, they are acquaintances. I'll leave it at that right now. Okay. There's a discussion into the investigation to the incident itself, if that makes sense, has been, the stabbing incident portion is closed at this time. There's a motive to be there. There's a motive to why this took place, and that's still an ongoing and active investigation. So I don't want to talk about that too much, but they are all associates. It was not random. It was, as you can see, one of the charges was conspiracy. So this was a planned event.
Wow. All right, Chief, this is, we're always talking about, last week was what's the exact title? It was basically police officers.
National
Police Week. Yep.
You guys are putting your lives on the line every single day. It's funny. We think about the Valley, and it's like, wow, it's the Valley. They don't deal with a lot down in the Valley, but you guys really do. Both Herkimer and Alien are very busy police departments.
You're taking a lot of drugs off the street, too.
And you're putting your lives on the line every single day. We appreciate that. And
I will pass that along. We appreciate that, too.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You do the same. Thank you.
Yep.
Chief Mike Jory in Herkimer.
He's been there a while now, but I remember when he was first hired on for that job, he hit the ground running and hasn't looked back since. He's really done a good job with that department.
I have a bunch of comments, and if you want to pipe in 315-736-0186, we'll get to those and maybe your phone calls. Remember that public hearing tonight on the hotel in New Hartford. That is at 6 o'clock tonight. You might want to talk about that as well, as we spoke with Mary McEnroe about it earlier this morning, talking about the concerns that the public, some members of the public have with this thing. What are your thoughts? We'll get back. 315-736-0186 at WIBX.
Introducing new checking accounts from AmeriQ. Whether you want checking that's just as rewarding as your lifestyle or an account that's just as interesting, all AmeriQ checking accounts feature an instantly issued Visa debit card for immediate buying power. And you get paid a day early with direct deposit. Connect with more than a checking account at AmeriQ. Open an account today at ameriq.org. Membership eligibility is required, insured by NCUA.
Why is Navage perfect for allergy sufferers? Rhino Systems Medical Director Dr. Howard Levine explains.
If someone's exposed to allergens, they can get rid of those immediately by washing out the nose. Navage works by pulling saline in one nostril, through the nose and out the other nostril, sucking out allergens, mucus, dust, and germs. Experience on-the-spot relief so you could breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier.
Navage is available at Sam's Club, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or online at Navage.com. Navage, breathe easy.
There's no glory in getting beat up on the job. Aches and pains aren't trophies. They're just barriers keeping pros like you from getting work done. But Ferris Commercial Mowers at Clinton Tractor help you finish strong and feel good doing it with patented suspension technology. Visit Clinton Tractor today for a test drive and feel the Ferris difference. Or go to clintontractor.net. Ferris, work hard, feel good.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
You'll save like never before. Right now during My Carl's Buy More, Save More event. Today at My Carl's, when you buy more, you save more. An extra 10, 15, even 20% off. Choose from my huge in-stock selection of sofas, sectionals, and motion furniture, recliners and bedrooms, dining sets and mattresses. Then the more you buy, the more you save. Up to an extra 20% off. Plus, get fast delivery and no credit needed financing only at My Carl's.
Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, messy poops, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day.
Cody was sleeping a lot, wasn't playing.
She was very lethargic and not moving around.
Dry kibble just wasn't cutting it. That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding.
She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago.
Miraculously, she's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Marty.
Get your dog started today and save up to 54% off Nature's Blend. Plus, receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Every time I think that I'm the only one who's lonely, someone calls on me. And every now and then I spend my time at climbing for some Christos falsely.
All right, good morning. It's got a hot one on the way today. What do we have right now? Do you have a temperature right now?
Right now, it is sunny and 66 degrees.
Okay.
Making our way up into the mid-80s.
Okay, I have some comments on the hotel in New Hartford. Some guy in the 540, which I believe is Virginia, by the way, formerly from here. People don't leave hotels at 5 p.m. at night. Mary was talking about the traffic and that sort of thing. People trying to get out of there. I can't imagine it's going to cause that much traffic. You don't see, nor people come and go at different times.
Yeah, it's not like all of them are going in and out at once. Yeah.
And he said a senior center would also add traffic. And he has a bunch of comments on this. Steve Spurbeck, boy, Kate sounded so good. Walter, is it? Oh, it's Welter Skelter. Do you need a hug, 540? Thinking maybe 540 was stressed. I don't know. Other comments, Mike. That song was Kate's song is long, but
it wasn't. It was very good. It was almost
very
engaging.
But I'm just saying, I didn't expect it to go as long as it was going.
We were getting nervous,
and we have a hard out where automation wise, my board goes dead at 59:50. So 10 seconds before the top of the hour,
Skynet takes over.
The board goes dead. We go to Fox News, and I have no control over that. So she could have been in the middle of the song, and it's just going to cut her right off.
Yeah.
As sometimes I'm cut off.
But her timing was
impeccable. Perfect. It was perfect. Wayne, I had a winner, the gray horse, for 43 and change for $4. So the what was it? Gray what? What was the name of that horse over the weekend? You're looking it up. You'll get there.
Yeah.
Not for nothing, but making more than one way to get out of the new hotel would be an option.
Yeah,
making another way out of the hotel.
Exit.
Yep, you could do that. And Wayne, congratulations on the big money. I guess he's going to Disney. Speaking of that, I have an amazing Disney story I'm going to get to coming up in a second. And I'm not sure.
The winner of the horse was Seize the Gray.
Seize the Gray.
Trained by 87-year-old Dwayne Lucas. He's one behind Bob Baffert for the most wins.
Can I tell you, this is the second in a row we have picked the winner.
We as in the show?
Me and my wife.
Oh, okay.
We picked.
I was going to say, I didn't pick
We
anything.
picked Seize the Gray.
Nice.
To win.
I had the second and third place horse.
I had that too.
Yeah.
That's the problem. By the time you get done, you do a few in there, you end up like breaking even when it's all said
Yeah,
and
you
done.
got to do the different combos.
Yeah.
Lance,
It's just because I don't understand it.
Yeah,
but
horse
it's,
racing
it's
has never
fun.
been-
You throw a couple dollars here, a couple dollars there. But otherwise, I have no idea what I'm doing.
So I went up to Vernon Downs to join Scott for a couple hours on Saturday. He was in watching the other races.
He did really well with the races leading up to it, right?
Yeah. There was a man sitting across from us. This guy had all the books out. He was circling, looking at this sheet, looking at that.
Yeah.
So they must do this every day.
Well, there are some they're serious at it. They know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
How about in 2 weeks?
3 weeks. They run at Saratoga.
3 weeks, the Belmont Stakes.
Pretty exciting.
And Kathy will be there giving us reports.
We'll be at Saratoga.
Live.
That's going to be really something special and historic.
Lance and Lee, simple question for Andy. Since he's a real estate expert now, how much will those housing values decline if a hotel is built overlooking their homes? 2, how much more difficult would they be to sell with the hotel overlooking their backyards? Again, obviously there's no crystal balls, but
here's the problem. You're already in a business. Those are homes that are already in a business neighborhood. There's already business there.
Correct.
You got the New Hartford Shopping Center on one side, the Madden Concrete, which was noisy, by the way, in the day.
Yeah, but,
back in the day.
But the reality of it is that regardless if there's a hotel, regardless if there's a not so nice house next to another home, the demand for quality homes, and especially for people in that particular area, it's a very desirable area. It doesn't really change it much.
Okay.
I mean, it very well may for a particular buyer who doesn't want to have that in their backyard, but for some who really want that district and want a quality home, it really will, I think, in my opinion, will not change the property values.
And then Mike says not to be a hater on old people because he says, I'm one of them.
Okay.
But putting a senior center there with the way some older drivers drive might actually be a disaster.
Well, they actually, to counter Mike's point, if they're driving a little slower, it might help. Just slow things down on that road.
Mike is in Schuyler. Hello, Mike. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, that song was real good.
She was good, wasn't she?
It's on Apple Music where I can get that.
I believe that song will go at the end of the month. It actually will be up on streaming services.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah,
awesome. That's great.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to. I wanted to say I went to the Yankee game Saturday. It's the first one I've been to in about 6 years.
Oh, that was a good one.
Game.
That was Soto's double home run game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 4 home runs. Yeah, my girlfriend was her first time ever at the stadium too. So we had the 4 home. They have 4 home runs.
Correct.
And then when it started too, Chicago had the first 2 hits, and then they scored right away. And it didn't look good right in the beginning. All of a sudden, that was it. And then the Yankees just did great.
So this is not your first time at the new stadium.
No, I figured it out too because I have no idea how many times I went to the original stadium, but since the new stadium, taking pictures of my phone, I could figure out which
I know.
game
Yeah.
was actually. I've been to 8 of them. I've been to 8 games at the new stadium, and it's only the second time they won.
Can I tell you
I'm gone.
it's interesting you mentioned the phone thing because we have done that to try to figure out a timeline on something. We've gone back through photos, and your photo on your iPhone, I'm assuming Android does the same thing. It tells you the date, the time the photo was taken, and it tells you where you were.
Yeah, that's cool. You can
It's a
you can
great
look
way
through your
to-
albums and
Or
things
if
like
you're
that.
a murderer, it's a great way to get caught. So be careful.
Yeah, I was driving. I was riding with a bus drive. So on the way home, I put in like Bronx, New York, and then that's where I pulled up all the Yankee games, and I was able to find the box score of each game so I could see.
Yeah.
And the only other game that they won when I went, they won 1-0. But every game since then they lost until this time finally, and they have a great.
Oh, that's great. So you had a great
Well,
time, and you had good weather too, right?
Good weather. Go one more time this year, July 6th. We're going to see the Yankees and Red Sox.
All right, Michael. Well, congratulations on that. And if you're a Yankees fan, congratulations. The Yankees are playing really well right now. So there you go.
Thank you.
There you go. All right. You have a great day. Thank you.
Take care.
Coming up, Jesse Lonis is local. No longer lives here, but he graduated from Little Falls High School. Actually graduated with my son. And I received a message from my son the other day to say, did you see this kid who I went to school with is now the number 1 poker player in the world.
In the world.
And he has made over $9 million playing poker.
It's a beautiful thing.
We're gonna speak to him coming up next to WIBX.
Hi, this is Bill Cole from Gates Cole Insurance with exciting news. We are expanding with a couple of new offices in our area. One new location is North Country Estates Insurance in Lowville. They are another independent insurance agency that takes pride in making customers happy and fits our culture at Gates Cole perfectly. Here is William Schaub from the newest Gates Cole agency, North Country Estates Insurance in Lowville.
Working with us as an independent agent with this many companies, we will often call our clients and say, we're going to reduce your premium if you like. We have the companies that do well in New York and specifically this area. The coverages that we provide are commercial and personal insurance. That's the home, the auto, ATV, motorcycle. There's nothing more fun than taking care of a customer and being able to tell them that we're able to save them some money.
Proudly representing Finger Lakes Fire and Casualty Company of Trumansburg, New York. Gates Cole Insurance. We'll take care of you.
Replacing your roof isn't a decision you take lightly. You want industry standards met with affordable options and a crew who knows how important a sound roof is to you and your family. Dennis Padula & Sons Roofing is your hometown roofers with deep roots in our community. Padula Roofers specialize in residential roofing projects. They're a GAF certified master elite roofing contractor who keeps their standards above the rest. Call 315-733-1564 to find out more about their Roofs for Troops mail-in rebate. Dennis Padula & Sons Roofing, your hometown roofers.
Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, messy poops, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day.
Cody was sleeping a lot, wasn't playing.
She was very lethargic and not moving around.
Dry kibble just wasn't cutting it. That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding.
She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago.
Miraculously, she's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Marty.
Get your dog started today and save up to 54% off Nature's Blend. Plus, receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Rodney Atkins, June 20th, 7:30 p.m. at the Stanley Theater. Get your tickets now at the Stanley Theater box office or online at thestanley.org. The more you buy, the more you save at My Carl's. Save up to an extra 20% off bedroom sets, dining, sofas, sectionals, mattresses, and more. Only at My Carl's, New Hartford Shopping Center.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, it's not often you hear about a story where somebody local goes off and makes a ton of money playing a game. There are those sports figures that are able to do it.
Yes.
But even that is rare from around here. How about somebody who has gone off and has made nearly $9 million playing poker? And he's just about 30 years old, I would expect. His name is Jesse Lonis. He is a graduate, actually graduated with my son at Little Falls High School. And currently, he is ranked in the Global Poker Index rating. He is ranked, are you ready? Number 1.
That is incredible.
In the world. And he's on the line right now. Jesse, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. First of all, I want to thank you for waking up
extremely early.
You're in Vegas, so waking up real early. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I appreciate you guys having me on the show.
So I don't know that you remember, but my son Josh went to school with you. Yep. He reached out to me and said you gotta reach out to Jesse. It is amazing what he has accomplished. You're up over $8 million in winnings.
Yeah, it's been a crazy ride. It happened kind of really quick, and just like the whole experience and everything. It seems like it was just 4 years ago that I was moving out west to start playing tournament poker, and I always had a goal to rise quick and try to, I always gave my best at anything I did, and the fact that everything came together so smooth, it's been it's literally like a dream every day I wake up. It's kind of
wow,
kind of unbelievable.
Yeah, now for me, my interest in poker began, with all of my classmates in 10th grade getting together for friends hanging out, and it ended up ultimately being a poker tournament. But what inspired you to get into this? How early did you start enjoying the game and start to learn it?
So my earliest memories of poker were honestly from my grandmother and my uncle, just family stuff mainly. But my grandma was my earliest memory. She raised me when I was young, and when online poker first started happening, my grandmother she was pretty big in online stuff. She used to sell items on eBay, and in her free time she would have a full tilt poker back in the day. That's what it was. She would have just the app up a lot, and she would play free money games, and she would play small 5-cent, 10-cent blinds for just very low stakes, more just recreational. She just loved poker. She always loved being at the casino and gambling and all that. So she was kind of my introduction in the world. My earliest memories were going to Atlantic City with her and Turning Stone Casino, and she would gamble. So I was kind of just brought up in that world in a weird way. She would use the bathroom, take bathroom breaks, and older ladies, they end up taking longer bathroom breaks. So she would ask me to take over. So when I was 9-10 years old, I already started seeing poker hands and just realizing, I kind of loved the game. It was a video game for me back then. And then,
she'd come back from the bathroom and be like, I'm $500 richer.
What
the heck
here.
happened?
This is really good.
Exactly. That's what would happen. She would come back and always have more chips or play money or whatever it was back then, and she'd be like, oh, well, and then obviously when you're a kid, I took a break from all that because I was playing sports growing up. Never really thought that poker would be my way out. I just liked playing it, and whenever I could, my uncle would play. He'd go to the casino, and I would always just try to tag along, or if he had a tournament with his friends, I would try to play. Just whatever little volume I could get. But those were my earliest memories.
Yeah. Wow. So what was your biggest loss?
So my biggest loss, I played a buy in one day. I played a buy-in that was $50,000 to get in the tournament.
Wow.
And ended up getting nothing back, which happened.
Yeah.
my biggest buy-in I ever played was a $50,000 buy-in. The first time I played a $50,000 buy-in, I actually won the tournament.
Wow!
And it was it was the most people to ever play in a $50,000 buy-in in the history of poker, and I won it.
Wow!
It was my first time playing that big too, so it was like, it was just
that was an eye opener.
Awesome.
Yeah. Wow.
So
it was just convenient. Yep.
Do you play in the World Series of Poker annually, or when's the next one? And how do you get into something like that?
Yeah, so I've been playing in it this will be my fourth one coming up, and it starts in 2 weeks from now is the first tournament. In the World Series of Poker, people think it's just one tournament. It's actually, people come out for the whole summer for 2 to 3 months, and it's like 80 different tournaments in one schedule, and they all range from, it could be a $400 buy-in all the way up to a $250,000 buy-in.
Wow.
So, yeah, just to play, it's $250,000, and I haven't played the $250,000 buy-in yet this year. Last year I could have played probably if I wanted to sell action and get in, but this year I'm leaning on playing it this year, which will be cool to play that big. And
how does it feel for you? And by the way, this is I'm sure this has all happened very quickly, but it's not like you won the lottery and the next day you're a millionaire.
No.
But this took time. This took strategy. It took a lot of risk.
Yeah.
And
some losses, I'm sure. Yeah.
Just the fact.
Oh, of course.
I'm sure the bell went off for you at some point. Just the fact that you can talk about, I'm thinking about putting $250,000 into play. That's pretty impressive on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, for that, it's happened way quicker than I ever thought. Like, I always, like anything, I started small. I started playing poker when I first moved out west and started playing tournaments. I played cash games growing up always, like when I was, 19 to like 23, my first 4 years, all I did is play cash almost every day, which is, cash games and tournaments are different. Cash games, you can sit down, buy in for whatever amount. If you buy in for $5,000, you could play one hand, be up $500, and you could leave. Tournaments, when you buy in, you don't leave till your chips are gone or the tournament's over. And so I grinded cash forever before I moved out west, and I built up a nice little bankroll playing cash. Playing cash is a more safe way in poker, and tournaments is a more volatile, high risk, high reward. So you're not going to win as much, but when you do win in tournament poker, it's way more money. And I've been lucky enough where I've been one of the most consistent players in the world, where in tournaments, even though you're only supposed to cash maybe 10, 12% of the time, and that's like still all right, I've been cashing at like a rate of like 25 to 30%.
Wow. That's impressive.
And then if you're cashing that much, obviously you're getting deeper more often and you're winning more often. So that's just, I'm sorry, I lost.
I'll finish it for you. That's just impressive.
I'm a badass. You can say it.
Yep,
I'm a badass.
Yep.
You don't want to be on the other side of the table with Jesse.
From Little Falls, Mr. Scaparo's on the line. He wants lessons. I don't know if that name rings a bell for you.
I love Mr. Scaparo, one of my favorite people of all time.
Yeah.
Great man.
Tony's a good guy. Well, listen, for those that are just tuning in, Jesse Lonis is from Little Falls. About 30, are you 30 years old now? How old are you?
28.
28 years old. And he is number one in the world when it comes to poker. He has earned already nearly $9 million. He ranks all-time 177th right now on the all-time money list. And he's 28 years old.
Well, and, here's the thing, too, Jesse. Bill's wife hates when Bill goes to the casino and gambles.
Because I'm clearly not successful like you.
Your wife must love it. Okay, honey, go off. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
And as I tell people, I don't recommend gambling in any form, really, majority, unless you have the extra income and can afford it. You know, that's what I recommend. I'm very blessed and lucky to have a skill where I can make money playing poker and gambling, but 99% of the population is going to lose when they play. So I always, it's not an easy. People describe poker as an easy way to make a tough living, where it's like you may think it's easy because you're not working that hard physically, but it's one of the toughest games. It'll beat you down if you don't have the resilience and can just keep putting the pedal to the metal. It's like
the old saying is the longer you stay, the more of a chance they have of getting their money back.
Exactly.
And that is the truth. Well, listen, Jesse Lonis, congratulations. If you ever get back here to do something at the Turning Stone, please let us know. We'd love to have you in studio, and we will take lessons.
Yes.
We're good.
Yes.
All right.
100%.
All right, cool. Thank you for getting up for us this morning. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem. Have a great day.
Yeah, and keep us posted on your World Series of Poker tournaments upcoming, please.
We'll be watching. We will definitely be watching. Thank you.
I definitely will.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye. Jesse Lonis from Little Falls. Wow.
One thing I was going to ask him was...
Good for him.
If there's any other games he likes.
I was going to ask him, what do you think of three-card poker? But I thought he'd laugh at me. He'd just laugh. 28 years old.
Wow.
Pretty impressive. Hey, before we... How long do I have? Oh, I just had a great story out of Disney that I wanted your opinion on because you used to work at Disney, or you were...
I was a cast member.
A cast member. A grandmother in Florida is in trouble after she grabbed the backside of Goofy. Goosed him. 3 times. Squeezed 3 times. The 32-year-old man who was playing Goofy has called police and says he does want to press charges.
Oh, my gosh.
Here he is with his comment and how upset he is.
Gosh. Gosh, you made me so embarrassed.
What do you think? I mean, is this worth a lawsuit?
Come on, it's a little old granny.
Now, if that was a woman inside there, though.
Yeah, but it's an old granny.
It is it's an older grandmother. Wasn't there the story about the guy who was older who goosed the waitress at the restaurant?
Well, that's a little different.
And I think he was arrested for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, but how would you know? Because you don't know who's in the Goofy outfit. Is it because it's a grandmother it makes it okay? So a woman can goose a guy cannot goose a woman.
I know, a little
Notice
old granny.
the complexity of this complaint. Just find it kind of interesting.
I'll think about it and give you a more detailed opinion tomorrow.
Maybe we'll hit it tomorrow. Listen, Ricky Z says the Steve Punny Mazda Move to Mazda sales event is back. Drive a new 2024 Mazda CX-30 Select Sport model for only $275 a month on a 36-month lease, or save with low APR financing, 0%, 1.9%, 2.9%, 3.9% on select award-winning new 2024 Mazdas. See Steve Punny Mazda for details. Who says I'm going to hit it? Maybe I will.
You have to physically hit it.
As Ricky says, let's make your deal on a new Mazda from the dealership that's achieved first place nationally in customer satisfaction. I love my CX-90. They have great vehicles. You can check them out with Rick and everybody over at Steve Punny Mazda Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Got to go. Back here tomorrow morning.
Hi, it's James.
And Megan from Destination Kia. Every day, people ask us if we see a really great deal to give them a call.
Well, everybody, here's your call.
More than 20% of Destination Kia's huge 500-vehicle Kia inventory has been marked with Super Saving stickers. Find a Kia, mark with a Super Saver sticker, and save up to an additional $1,500 in Kia bonus cash. That's right, you get the Destination Savings, all the factory rebates, and on Kias with a Super Saver sticker, save up to an additional $1,500. It's only during Kia's Super Summer Sticker Sales event.
And it's first come, first serve.
So zip down and get yours today.
Now that's kooky.
So go kooky for Kia at Destination Kia of Utica. Puppies and babies not included.
Example 2024 Kia EV6, STK number 24V0232, MSRP $51,965. VIN specific incentive, offer expires 5/31/24.
Hi, this is Rob Hilton of Hilton Estate and Elder Law with important information for families that have disabled children to protect the child and to ensure your future wishes are met. So if you have a disabled child, you need to provide them with what's called a special needs trust. This trust allows them to receive an inheritance from you, but also allows them to keep any governmental benefits that they are receiving. It is critically important that if they have an inheritance coming, that they not lose their benefits. Unmarried couples should be aware of important steps they need to take with their estate planning. If a partner dies and does not leave a will, the surviving partner will not likely receive any of the assets from the deceased partner. This can create a lot of problems in the future and must be resolved utilizing a will or a trust. To find out more about strategies to protect your loved ones through proper estate planning, contact us at Hilton Estate and Elder Law. Call for more information and to schedule an in-person meeting to answer your questions.
Hilton, you know the name, they know the law. Hilton Estate and Elder Law.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
He's back inside what he calls an icebox. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
I'm not allowed to have anything to do with politics because I'm sitting in a very freezing cold courtroom for the last 4 weeks. Is very unfair.
Former President Trump a short time ago before going in for day 19 of his criminal trial in New York.
They have no case. They have no crime.
He again denies the charge of falsifying records, reimbursing his then lawyer Michael Cohen for paying to keep an alleged affair quiet before the 2016 election, saying they were properly marked as legal expenses. Cohen will soon resume testimony as the case winds down. A court in London has ruled in Julian Assange's favor, allowing him to appeal an order that he be sent to the U.S. to face trial. Assange's wife Stella just said,
"As a family, we're relieved. But how long can this go on?"
The WikiLeaks founder has been charged in the U.S. with espionage, accused of posting classified military information online in 2010. At the International Criminal Court, the chief prosecutor is seeking arrest warrants for Israel's prime minister and defense minister and Hamas leaders, believing they've all committed war crimes in Gaza.
Prime Minister Netanyahu warned arrest warrants against Israelis would be an outrage of historic proportions. Israel, meanwhile, has told the U.S. it plans to broaden its offensive on Rafah in southern Gaza. The U.S. government urging restraint, fearing more civilian deaths.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Iran's first vice president's been elevated after President Ibrahim Raisi and Iran's foreign minister were killed in a helicopter crash into a mountainside.
Early this morning, rescue